52.92, a new high school national record. Back to back to back to back state champions.
NET Sports, Nebraska's home for championship sports, is live from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska for the 2016 NSAA High School Football Championships. And tonight, it's the highly anticipated showdown of two unbeaten teams in Class A, the Bellevue West Thunderbirds taking on the Omaha North Vikings. And hello again, everyone. I'm Larry Putney, along with former Husker and NFL standout Brendan Stye. Great to have you with us tonight. Boy, this should be a good one. Omaha North taking on Bellevue West. Both teams undefeated, both teams with terrific running games. And is there anyone better than Jalen Bradley?
Jalen Bradley's been phenomenal. He's a back that's very talented. He's rushed for well over 2,600 yards, and he's looking to break a record tonight, actually tie the record. If he gets 4 touchdowns, he'll tie Calvin Strong's record. But certainly a back can't do it without a supporting cast led by Vanderslice at center. They've been playing together for a long time up front.
How about that North offensive line?
Yeah, it's impressive as well. You've got two guys in Kendrick Parker and Kevin Williams, both big guys, athletic guys that are leading the way for these guys. There's two running backs for North that have rushed for over 1,000 yards in Xander Gray and Milton Sargba.
Should be a battle of offensive lines tonight. For more on the Thunderbirds O-line, let's go down to the field to Sean Callahan.
Well, thanks, Larry. Yeah, talking to head coach Mike Huffman here before kickoff, he said that's really been the difference with this team this year. They have that great line play for years and years and years. Bellevue West has always had the quarterbacks. They've always had the backs. They've always had the receivers, but they never had the line play. But you look at this group, Tyler Charay, Sam Vanderslice, both seniors, they have been starting on the varsity since their freshman year, and I think that is one of the big reasons why you've seen Jalen Bradley and this Bellevue West offense really take a step forward here, especially in the month of November when these games count.
Yeah, thanks very much, Sean. This is a battle of two terrific offensive lines tonight and two teams who can really, really run the football. Should be a terrific game. You want to watch NET Sports anytime, anywhere, you certainly can. Just download the free NET Nebraska app and do it today. You can watch college player profiles, full-length episodes from Big Red Wrap-Up, live web streams, lots of content. Just download our app. You can search for NET Nebraska in the App Store or download free at netnebraska.org/apps. So Omaha North and Bellevue West getting ready to battle. Both teams 12-0. Let's see how they got to a 12-0 record. And you see the record or the scores here of the Thunderbirds' 12-0 journey. And they have really been dominant. The only challenge in the playoffs was that 55-17 win over Creighton Prep. They actually trailed in that game at the half. Coming out of that halftime locker room, I don't know what Michael Huffman said to him, but it worked. They went on a tear to win it 55-17. And of course, a tight game earlier in the year as well. This is how the North Vikings made it here to Memorial Stadium in the state championship match. And their battle with Lincoln East was also a tough one. They had to score a few in the second half to knock off an East team that took the lead early in that semifinal. Otherwise, Omaha North has won every one of its games by 20-plus points. It's been an impressive run for that Omaha North squad, which has two, as you said, Brendan, two rushers over 1,000 yards. Well, this is what's happened so far today. We've crowned two champs already. Early this morning, it was Sacred Heart knocking off Twin Loop 44-28 in a game that was probably closer than that. And then Burwell really dominated over Guardian Angels Central Catholic 47-18. Burwell jumped out to the 20-0 lead and rolled from there. And here we are in Class A, and as we said off the top, the much anticipated showdown between these two teams. You know a thing or two about offensive line play. You're going to like what you see tonight.
Absolutely. You know, and the one thing, when you look at both of their schedules, the way they played in a dominant fashion, you know, it's very, very seldom do you have, you know, a collection of offensive linemen like you're going to see tonight on both sides for both teams. It's, you know, very, very talented. Not only are they big, but on both sides they can move. You know, when you're athletic and you're an offensive lineman, there's a lot of things you can do as a coach. You can get these guys out in the open space, pull them. You know, obviously you know, having the ability to run the football like they do is huge. But on the other side, you got to think about how are the two teams going to defend the run. And so that's what I'm really curious to see, because we all know that the offensive lines are going to play well. Right. They're going to dominate.
Yep.
Well, how do you answer that? So we'll see tonight.
Well, this will be a great one, and time now for introductions of both of these teams. We'll start with the Thunderbirds from Bellevue West, and for that, we head to our public address announcer. Here's Doc Weiniger.
Versus the Vikings of Omaha North High School. And now let's meet the players and coaches competing in tonight's game. First, here are the starters for the visiting team, the Bellevue West Thunderbirds. Number 4, Kevin Ponick. Number 6, Silvo Johnson. Number 7, Christian Finn. Number 9, Jalen Bradley. Number 11, Matt Konigsman. Number 12, Joe Dolachak. Number 15, Xavier Betts. Number 21, Caleb Gatz. Number 23, Cruz Jurado. Number 33, Diego Galvan. Number 34, Diarch Stubblefield. Number 44, Malik Rome. Number 50, Nate Frazier. Number 51, Tyler Reynolds. Number 56, Sam Vanderslice. Number 57, AJ Forbes. Number 66, Dominic Kalupacek. Number 73, Trey Morris. Number 77, Tyler Charay. Number 78, Christian Hiltbrunner. Number 88, Cedric Johnson. Number 98, Malcolm Lee. Head coach for Bellevue West is Michael Huffman. And now, please welcome the rest of the Bellevue West Thunderbirds to the field.
Here come the 12-0 Thunderbirds of Bellevue West. Ranked number 2 in the state, only behind their opponent tonight, the Omaha North Vikings. Take a look at the team comparisons between the Vikings and the Thunderbirds. Both averaging better than 44 points a game. Points allowed, Omaha North has been a little more stingy than Bellevue West. Traditionally, that not surprising. Yards per game, Bellevue West better than 100 yards per game more than Omaha North. We'll chronicle that and just how dynamic this offense for the Thunderbirds has been. Yards allowed, significant difference there in favor of Omaha North. So really, in takeaways, a big difference for Omaha North. Let's go back to Doc for the introduction of the Vikings.
And now the starting lineup for the home team, the Omaha North Vikings. Number 1, Devon Wells Ross. Number 2, Monty Smith. Number 3, Zion Williams. Number 4, Jordan Strong. Number 7, Milton Sarba. Number 9, Cyrus Pittman. Number 10, Xander Gray. Number 11, Raymond Gibson. Number 12, Justin Jackson Williams. Number 18, Chad Aliff. Number 21, Vernon Johnson. Number 24, Cantrell Mumphrey. Number 30, Andrew Jones. Number 32, Larry Bell. Number 45, Cyrus Collins. Number 47, Alex Williford. Number 55, DeAndre Butts. Number 57, Nicholas Oss. Number 75, Desmond Brown. Number 78, Kevin Williams. Number 79, Kendrick Parker. Number 88, Danon Jones. Head coach for Omaha North is Larry Martin. And now, please welcome the rest of the Omaha North Vikings to the field.
Well, here they come. The Omaha North Vikings, 12-0 on the year. Terrific running game. They're great up front. Consistent all year long. Seniors up front of that offensive line, leading the way for two 1,000-plus yard rushers in Sarbaugh and Gray. There is the head coach of the North Vikings. Longtime coach Larry Martin, 17th year, 188-87. He's been down here before. In fact, this their fourth trip in 5 years. 2013-14, they were down here and won state championships. Down here in 2012, they were the runner-up. Back here now in 16. So fourth trip in 5 years. There's Michael Huffman, the head coach of Bellevue West. From a contrast perspective, he's never been down here with this club before. Here's where these two teams reside. Bellevue just obviously south of Omaha, the other side of town. Omaha North knocked off Kearney and Lincoln East in that tight game in the semis. It was Bellevue West taking down Millard West and Creighton Prep in the semis. Now let's go back to Doc.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would ask that you please rise and remove your hats to honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Singing the anthem tonight will be the Lincoln Southwest High School Mixed Octet under the direction of Mr. Andrew Jacobson.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
The Lincoln Southwest High School Mixed Octet.
Well, I think that means we're ready to go in Lincoln. Terrific rendition by the Lincoln Southwest Mixed Octet. High school football championships right here on NAT. We get to kick it off. Class A title. 2 12-0 teams, unbeaten. One will win a title. All coming your way on NAT Sports.
For me, asking why is just getting started.
It's more than an activity. It's me doing what I love.
I'm not a stereotype. When I rewrite the rules, things get better.
I know that all these experiences matter.
These moments will help me become something more.
Little things always lead to something bigger.
Do it.
Track it.
Earn it.
What you're doing now will help you get scholarships later. Find resources from Education Quest at trackyoursuccess.org.
Everyone's walking a path. And most paths are best walked together. Because when we travel together, our lives are livelier, our journey more enjoyable, and the places we'll discover will be simply spectacular. To be in a place like no other that unites you all in a state of wonder. Wouldn't that be nice?
The Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association is pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and on the field. This statewide program recognizes academic excellence, leadership, and athletic achievement in over 20 high school sports and activities. We honor these exceptional students and all of the teachers, coaches, and parents who have mentored them. Together, we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
No matter how you look at it, animal agriculture helps Nebraska's economy. The livestock industry provides increased tax revenues for schools and community services. Livestock enterprises also create jobs while contributing to existing businesses such as local banks and grocery stores. A thriving livestock industry helps maintain our current way of life, but also provides opportunities for the next generation of farm families. The Nebraska Soybean Checkoff helps to raise awareness of the importance of animal agriculture to Nebraska.
Chilly night here at Memorial Stadium, 45 degrees, kind of that slight 11-mile-an-hour breeze makes it feel just a bit chillier than that, but a good night for football in late November and a great night to contest the Class A state championship. Let's take a look at our officials. Kevin Vale, Al Clark, Russ Hendricks, Brian Stevens, Darren Gessert, and our red hat is Rick Stromer. Ready to go, Class A state championship. The toss was won by Omaha North, and the Vikings elected to take the ball. So they want the ball early. They'd like to set the tone. You like that move?
I think so. Yep. Yeah, definitely. Coming out and say, hey, listen, if we're going to do this, let's do it now. I like it.
So Cruz Jurado will kick it deep for Bellevue West. Back deep for the Vikings on the kick return are Smith and Williams. That'll be taken at about the 10-yard line, brought out to the 20. Has some room out past the 30-yard line, and a nice return by the Vikings. Let's go down to the field to Sean.
Guys, I was in on the Omaha North locker room as Larry Martin and his staff addressed his players before they came out. And, you know, the most I thought is they're very well aware of Jalen Bradley tonight and the fact that he will be in a more dual threat. Bradley almost in a wildcat type quarterback role where he could run and he could throw, and they talked about you got to be ready for that, and if he makes a cutback, you know he's running. If he doesn't cut back, you know he's throwing. So that's something they're already looking for from Bellevue West.
So the rumor all day and what we heard this morning from Michael Huffman was that Dolinchek may not start because of the broken thumb. He is indeed in there, and right away the handoff to Finn, and Finn, check that. Sargban busts one out to about the 50.
Absolutely, yeah. It was you thought the play was dead right off the get-go, but he kept his feet alive and for a huge gain on that. Big play.
Here are the impact players for North. Zion Williams, 447 yards receiving this year. Sargban with 1,700 on the season. Kevin Ponick, 102 tackles defensively for this Thunderbird defense. In the backfield, but now right away on that left side, Malcolm Lee.
Yeah, it's interesting. They led the fullback to kick out the end with pulling the guard around, looking for a nice little window inside, and they do a good job of shutting it down. That's a mismatch right there, my friends. 32 on 98. I think 98 is going to win that 9 times out of 10.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 12 for the Vikings. Justin Jackson Williams in there at quarterback. 1,231 yards through the air this year. Drops back to throw. Knocked away. Bring up 3rd down and long.
Yeah, it was great coverage there by Matt Koenigsman. All over him. Koenigsman, there it is.
Tips it away. Intended for Shane Smith in the flat. Incomplete. So that'll bring up 3rd down and long. 3rd and 12 now for the Vikings.
Look for a draw or screen, something to spread them out a little bit, get the defense thin. Looks like we've got an official's timeout here.
They'll switch the hash mark. They had spotted the ball on the wrong hash. So everybody knocking off the rust here early on. 3rd down and 12 for the Vikings. Faking the give, rolling to the right as Jackson Williams throws downfield. Incomplete.
Pressured right away was Justin Jackson there. And obviously, when you get pressure on a quarterback, having to make plays with his feet, you're going to run into a little bit of a problem there. But great job right there by Bellevue West defense.
Jackson Williams will stay in to punt it away for the Vikings. Back deep is Silvo Johnson for the Thunderbirds. High snap pulled in. Will not be a return as it's kicked out of bounds. Class A state title game, Bellevue West, Omaha North. Right here at Memorial Stadium.
No matter how you look at it, animal agriculture helps Nebraska's economy. The livestock industry provides increased tax revenues for schools and community services. Livestock enterprises also create jobs while contributing to existing businesses such as local banks and grocery stores. A thriving livestock industry helps maintain our current way of life, but also provides opportunities for the next generation of farm families. The Nebraska Soybean Checkoff helps to raise awareness of the importance of animal agriculture to Nebraska.
Gotta have fun, but our fun needs to be right, okay? We party together, okay? We party together. One of my favorite things with making the highlight film every week is seeing you receivers book it over to number 9, you big buffet busters, about 20 yards behind everybody, high-fiving each other as we're going, and then getting down in there. But guys, football's fun, and we play it the right way, okay? We play fast. We play physical, and tonight we're going to have the greatest night of our lives. It's showtime because we're going to have fun. Gentlemen, take a knee. Let's go!
Message from Mike Huffman before the game in that Bellevue West Thunderbirds locker room. The big buffet busters 20 yards behind. That was you back in the day, wasn't it?
Big buffet busters, absolutely.
So the first possession, first look at the Thunderbirds offense. And as we said earlier, Joe Dolenchek has a broken thumb, has been struggling with that broken thumb. Practiced this week, but Bellevue West head coach Mike Huffman told us they would start off with Jalen Bradley, their star running back, at quarterback. Now, Bradley played some quarterback in his early years at Bellevue West after his freshman year. Then they moved him to running back where he has been a star. But he gives off to Ponick, and Ponick puts his head down and gains a short 2 yards. But you will see at quarterback right now, Jalen Bradley. And there is a look at Joe Dolenchek. Dolenchek threw for better than 2,600 yards. There are your impact players. 24 touchdowns. Silvo Johnson also part of that air battery for Bellevue West. And Omaha North's outstanding Devon Wells Ross has already committed to Wyoming. So second down, Bradley in the shotgun. Drops back, out into the flat, miscommunication. Receiver running a go and looking for the out.
Yeah. The Vikings come out and line up in an odd defense. Basically, it's you got your nose, it's covered, your two tackles covered, your guards aren't covered. Outside linebacker, so it's like a 5-2 look up front.
So remember, Jalen Bradley set the state record with 496 yards rushing in a game in a win over Millard West. He has 2,600 plus rushing yards on the year, and now he'll keep it out of that Wildcat. And on third down, not much there.
Getting a little chippy down there. The one thing you can tell between the two of these teams, both offenses, the speed at which they play. Defensively, you know, Omaha North right now, to me, looks like they're a little bit more fast when it comes to surrounding the football. They're a stingy defense, as we talked about in the beginning of the game.
Dolencheck is in there to kick it away. Back deep for the Vikings. Manny Smith, Zion Williams. Low line drive, which hits once and rolls. Did anyone touch it? No touch, and it'll be stopped there at the 31-yard line, but a dangerous punt there as the Vikings had their back turned to it, and it was rolling very close to one of their defenders.
Again, something in the air. Something in the air. I don't know if it's because of the cold weather, but all three games today we've had not so good kicking of the ball in special teams.
Well, if you love watching Nebraska high school championships on NET, with your generous donation to NET, you help us produce more than 200 hours of sports programming each year. Please show your support by joining the NET Sports Partners Club at $10 a month. We'll send you an exclusive NET Sports Partners Club fleece jacket. Second first down in a row. Good gain for Omaha North on the give to Xander Gray. Now that kid, just a sophomore, 6'1", 220, averages 9.8 yards per carry.
Crazy. Yeah, he's definitely a back that finds the end zone quite a bit. 20 touchdowns on the year. But again, downhill. He's, you know, really known for getting the ball and just hitting it downhill super fast.
Larry Bell at the fullback. Xander Gray is at the I-back. Gray will get it again. He's got room again. Leans forward out to midfield, a gain of 7 yards on first down. That'll bring up second down and 3.
Yep, right up the middle there. Not really going off the left side just yet, but certainly establishing themselves in the run, kind of mixing it up with different backs in here.
You can see the work already up front. Kevin Williams, that left tackle. Kendrick Parker, left guard. They're running over that left side for the Vikings. Give to Bell, the up man, and Bell enough for a first down. That'll be a gain of 3 or 4 for Larry Bell. Bell is senior, 5'9", 205.
So I was curious coming into the game, how would Bellevue West defend this Omaha North offensive line? As you can see, sometimes when you're a little mismatched, you try to take their legs out, try to cut them at the line of scrimmage, let your linebackers make the play.
Xander Gray still in there at I-back. Dropping back to throw out in the flat.
Fumble.
Ball on the ground, fell right back on it on the reception by Zion Williams. Let's go down to the field to Sean. Sean.
Guys, as we're watching Xander Gray, you know, what's interesting is going into the year, everyone kind of thought Jordan Strong was going to be kind of that big physical back, but that's just how talented Xander Gray is. I mean, this young sophomore, I've had coaches around the Metro say he's as physically gifted of a sophomore as you're going to see, has great grades in the classroom. No doubt a Division I prospect that a lot of people are going to be watching here the next couple of seasons.
Yeah, just a sophomore, good-looking player, gets it again here. Steps through one tackle, still on his feet. Barrels forward, that'll bring up third down.
Yeah, so what the Thunderbirds are doing, if you notice up front, they're taking the legs out of the offensive linemen and having the linebackers and defensive backs come up and make the plays. So if you do that, you've got to somehow figure out, okay, we got to get the ball on the edge, and we'll see that with an adjustment, I'm sure, here before too long.
So 3rd down. Ball in Thunderbird territory. First trip in for the Vikings. Give to Gray again. He bounces off one tackle, kicks it to the outside. Has enough for the 1st down, but there's a flag on the play. Thrown right in the area where we typically see a hold. Let the officials talk it over, and you see from the reaction of the Vikings, they're headed backwards. So that will wipe out the 1st down carry by Xander Gray. Watch this, just pops off the block, and yep, there it is inside. Kind of hooked him and took him to the ground. Good call.
Holding. Offense. 10 yards from the spot. 3rd down.
Well, Larry Martin's having a good time.
Got 2 points for the takedown, though.
So 3rd down now, and 12 for the Vikings. From the shotgun, here's Jackson Williams. Looks downfield, he'll go deep, got a man out there, just overthrows him. Good sprint route by Zion Williams, who had a step.
Yeah, and Zion Williams did have a step. The ball's just a little bit long there. But the other thing you notice back at the line of scrimmage there, he had all day to throw the football. Really good pass protection.
Jackson Williams will stay on to punt it away on 4th down. Again, back deep for the Thunderbirds is Silvo Johnson. Johnson under it, has not called for a fair catch, and did not call for a fair catch. Took it at the 9, and he's buried immediately.
It was kind of weird. It was almost like he was trying to play possum with it a little bit. Caught it really down low. I mean, that was a very dangerous play by him.
Hey, you can connect with us on Facebook and Twitter using the hashtag NET Sports during the NSAA High School Football Championships. Love to hear what you say, so hit us up on Twitter at hashtag NET Sports. Let us know what you think about our coverage of these state high school football championships on NET. Send us your comments via email. sports@netnebraska.org. If you're kind of like, into rotary phones, you can email us. Spun nowhere to go there for Jalen Bradley.
Not sure what they were trying to do there. It almost looked like he was going to hand it off and the back was going to actually pitch it back out to the quarterback. Interesting.
So Joe Dolinchek is in the game now. There's a good look at that wrapped right thumb. He practiced on Friday, did not look good. Practiced on Saturday, a little better, and then yesterday on Sunday, he got in quite a bit of work and looked very good, according to Coach Mike Huffman. So they're confident that he'll be able to go tonight. I think they wanted to see what that look might look like with Bradley out of the Wildcat and actually running quarterback. Less Wildcat and more of just Bradley playing quarterback from what we saw in the 3 plays in the opening series.
Keep an eye out for Vanderslice versus Jordan Strong here. Nose guard versus center.
Dolinchek back to pass. Little screen over the middle. Step through one tackle. Still on the feet. Nice carry by Malcolm Lee. And a flag on the play, right back at the line of scrimmage.
The legal man downfield probably is what they're going to get called on. Left a little early. Maybe not.
We're talking to the Bellevue West bench, asking them what they would like to do. Pointing to the way
Elbow downfield.
Yep.
It's 5-yard penalty.
That's what I thought.
Yep. So that'll back him up 5 yards. Still 3rd down.
Yeah, they just got out just a little bit early on the screen. Sometimes they'll call it, sometimes they won't.
Mike Huffman looks a little bit like our colleague, Matt Davison.
He does. He's got a little Davison look to him.
Yep. Poor guy.
He's not here to defend himself now.
3rd down and 13. Jalen Bradley in the backfield, along with Dolinchek. Dolinchek, quick release, intercepted, picked off. Did not get much on it. Vernon Johnson comes up with the pick for the Vikings, and that, I think, is a direct result of that thumb. Did not come out of the hand well.
Well, and Vernon Johnson, you watch him, he's got his eyes on the quarterback the whole way through. Vernon's got 5 interceptions on the season. Doesn't get fooled by anything, stays on top of the receiver, makes a move on it, and gets the interception.
Well, this will certainly be something to watch and see how it plays out, because you get the feeling that the Thunderbirds have just spent a couple of possessions trying to figure things out offensively on what's going to work for them, going with Bradley and also with Dolinchek. And it's led to some terrific field position here for the North Vikings. Still on his feet on the carry by Sarbaugh. Milton Sarbaugh with the quick feet. Sarbaugh averages 9.2 yards a carry.
At the point of attack, I didn't quite catch the number, but there was a missed tackle. A lot of it has to do with the energy that Sarbaugh has hitting that line of scrimmage.
8 yards on 1st down, brings up 2nd and 2. Sarbaugh still in the eye back. Larry Bell, the fullback. And the give is to Bell. Breaks one tackle and another. Kind of bulls his way down inside the 20 to about the 17-yard line on the carry by Larry Bell.
Nice little give. Fullback's dream, get the ball, quick give, right up the middle. Larry Bell's a tough runner. Big, solid runner. Obviously, not really tall, but center of gravity just plays into his hands.
Mentioned the Vikings have won the state championship in 2013 and 14. They were not here last year in 15, back again this year. And Larry Martin likes this team every bit as much as those teams that won those state championships. Maybe save the Calvin Strong year when just no one was going to stop them that year. They were just the dominant Class A team. I think they've improved in a lot of areas this year over last year's team. Very, very much less one-dimensional on offense. That time the play goes nowhere on the carry by Sarbaugh.
Well, they came out in 22 personnel, 2 backs, 2 tight ends, 1 wide receiver out, and it didn't go anywhere. You'd think with that much meat up front, you'd be able to get a few yards.
You're seeing Vanderslice in there defensively. He'll see both sides of the field quite a bit tonight. Last game of the year, they're going to run them both ways. It was down. Maybe a short game, maybe a 1. It'll bring up 3rd down and long. One more look at it here on the carry by Gray. Whistle had blown to stop play. So we'll call it 11. 3rd down and 11. Dropping back to pass is Jackson Williams. Across, and that will be caught, but short of the 1st down. And that'll bring up 4th down and about 2 from the 10-yard line.
Tough catch for Manny Smith, but came out in pro personnel, 21. Your atypical offense that you're going to throw the ball downfield, gets the ball just a little shy, has to come back, but makes a good catch short of the 1st down. Got a timeout.
So Larry Martin will take the timeout at 4th down and 2 to talk it over. And while they chat, let's take a look at last year's Class A state championship match.
It was a battle between powerhouses as Millard North took on Millard West in the 2015 Class A state championship game. The North Mustangs stormed out to a 21-0 lead during the first 3 quarters of the state final game, capitalizing on mistakes from the Wildcats. Millard North would have their own setbacks that would leave the door open for Millard West. Following a failed 4th-and-1 conversion by the Mustangs, Millard West rattled off 14 unanswered points and had the ball left with 30 seconds left to play, hoping to tie the game. They marched all the way down to the Millard North 24-yard line before the Mustangs defense, led by Shea Wyatt, stripped the ball at the 3-yard line, sealing the victory for Millard North and bringing the Class A trophy home for the 5th time in school history.
So there is Mike Huffman on 4th down. The Vikings out there to go for it. Give is to Gray. Leans forward, spins. He's not going to get it. The defense of the Thunderbirds comes up big.
Looks like their left guard, Kendrick Jackson, is down on the ground right now. It was interesting. They came out in a 32 personnel set, had motion behind the quarterback. As motion H came behind the quarterback, he clapped his hands to tell the quarterback he was ready to roll, and away they went.
Great play by Ponick there as we have an injured Viking on the field. But Ponick, from that free safety spot, filled the hole nicely. While they're tending to the injured player, we'll take a break.
Between 710 to 1,070,000.
Oh my gosh.
It's the best thing I have ever seen on the roadshow.
Every treasure tells a story.
I had no idea.
Antiques Roadshow.
Still tending on the field to Kendrick Parker, the outstanding left guard for the Vikings, 6'1", 290 senior. One half of that outstanding left side along with Kevin Williams. This certainly would be a big blow for the Vikings if he's not able to continue. They have removed his foot from that left ankle.
Yeah, you hate to see it happen. In the replay, it showed he got rolled up on. The big boy right next to him, Williams, was blocking down. His guy just landed in the back of his legs. And part of what happens on the offensive line. That's why you tell kids when they're playing offensive line, just keep your feet moving constantly. You stop moving your feet, something bad might happen. But in that case, his feet were moving. He just got rolled up on.
And you can see Parker is in some pain as they help him off the field. They'll have a look at that left ankle.
Yeah, he looks like he's in a lot of pain. I'm not sure we'll see him again today.
Left side of that line has been so consistent all year long for the Vikings with Kevin Williams and Kendrick Parker. DeAndre Butts at the center.
Great name, by the way, as a center, DeAndre Butts.
So after the change of possession, turnover on downs. Here's Dolincheck back in there. A little toss out into the flat, complete. Pushed out of bounds is Christian Finn. Finn a bit gimpy after getting pushed out.
Yeah, what happens is, 9 times out of 10, if you got DBs that are playing off, offenses should take advantage of it. In that case, they did with the bubble.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd down and 1. Dolenchek still in there at quarterback. To Bradley. Bradley pulled out of bounds after picking up the 1st down, out to the 27-yard line. Let's go down to the field. Sean Callahan.
Guys, it's going to be interesting to see just what kind of psychological effect this Parker injury has. I mean, he was really their best offensive lineman, one of their leaders up front. In a lot of ways, it reminds me of what happened in that Class B game last year, Larry, when Gavin Rush went down for Aurora against Elkhorn South. I mean, this could really have a trickle-down effect. It'll be interesting to see how the rest of this North team rallies together after this moment.
Well, that's a great point, Sean. We did see that last year, an immediate deflated attitude last year when Rush went out. So they picked up the 1st down, 2nd down now and 7. Swing out in the flat, completion to Betts, and Xavier Betts out near the 35-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, looking at their depth over there, Omaha North, it's a complete drop-off in size, but you never know. I mean, it's the size of the fight and the dog. So we'll see how Keegan Clark, if he is the backup, what he does.
Here's Bradley with the carry, trying to kick it outside. Nice job to string it out by that defense on the right side. Andrew Jones was there. Nice support by Cyrus Collins. Collins playing tonight despite having a bad ankle. He's 2nd on the team in tackles this year with 85.
Yeah, again, these guys, we talked about it early up front for Bellevue West. These guys have been playing together for a long time, led by Vanderslice at the center position. But keep an eye on those guys when they get double teamed, see how much movement they get. Again, Omaha North being a stingy, very solid, strong defense up front. Not really tall and big inside, but a lot of times it's harder to block those guys that have lower leverage. The game of football is about leverage.
Well, 1 quarter in the books here in Lincoln. No score in the Class A showdown between unbeatens. We'll have more from Memorial Stadium right here on NAT Sports.
The Aurora Cooperative is reshaping the agricultural landscape through world-class agronomy, innovative grain marketing, energy, and animal nutrition, with the vision and financial strength to not just anticipate change, but create it, driven by an unwavering commitment to the farmers and ranchers we serve, to their communities, and to the next generation of agricultural leaders. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
Not just on the good days. Not just on the challenging ones. Not just during business hours or when relaxing, but always. For the past 125 years, Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, always alongside you.
Coverage of the 2016 NSAA High School Football Championships on NAT is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, the Nebraska Public Power District, the Aurora Cooperative, the Nebraska Tourism Commission, and Constellation. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. So I'll bring up 4th down, and in there on 4th down is Joe Dolenchek. Now Dolenchek also the punter, so he very well might drop back and punt, but on 4th down right now they're set up and it look like they are going to either try to draw him offside. I would be surprised if they go for it in this situation, and they won't. They'll drop back into the punting situation, and now back deep goes Zion Williams. And so Joe Dolenchek to kick it deep. Taken by Williams at the 28. To the near side, out past the 40 to about the 41-yard line. Good return by Williams, and that's where the Vikings will take over.
No real rush on that punt return. Didn't really see anybody really trying to block anybody. It was kind of weird. Like they were just trying to make sure that there was no fake there.
Hey, I want to remind you, coming up on Saturday on NET, number 18 Michigan is at the top-ranked Nebraska women's volleyball team. You can see it all right here on NET Sports from the Devaney Sports Center beginning at 7 Central on NET. Nebraska's home for sports. Huskers just having a terrific season, just one loss, leading the Big Ten Conference. Give up the middle. Not much room. Maybe a gain of a couple, maybe 3 by Sarbaugh.
So yeah, Keegan Clark is in now at left guard, number 62 there. 5'9", 210 pounds left guard. Quite the difference from Parker.
Kendrick Parker with 6'1", 290, and they drop down to 5'9", 215. Early on here, second quarter. Nice carry there by Sarbaugh, out near a first down to the 49-yard line. Very close to a first. In fact, they'll give him the first down now into Thunderbird territory.
Yeah, just run a power here, pulling the left guard that time. One thing about being a little bit lighter and a little smaller is that you're a little bit more nimble, a little bit more athletic, a little quicker, and they utilize Keegan Clark, pull around from the left to the right. Nice little gain.
Milton Sarbaugh, 1,700 yards on the season. Averages 9.2. Quick toss complete. Down to about the 40-yard line. Complete to Shane Smith. Gain of 9 on first down. Brings up second down and short.
That was a nice ball by Williams. Really nice. Good protection up front. Put it right on the numbers.
Sarbaugh in the backfield behind Bell. They'll give it to Larry Bell. The up man, he has some room. Larry Bell will rumble for a little bit, down to about the 30-yard line. A gain of 10 for Bell and a first down.
Well, they really like Larry Bell. 4 touchdowns on the season, 22 carries for 227 yards. And this is just a simple little give to the fullback, and he's taking full advantage of it. I think it's about the 3rd time they've run that play.
Larry Bell will see a lot of time tonight defensively as well, playing behind Sirius Collins, who's had that bad ankle. And so Bell will be playing both ways, as so many of these players on both teams will tonight. Last game of the season. Why not, though? Play it all out. Terrific play there. Flag on the play, but a nice job by Malik Rome from that strong safety spot. He'll play down in the box a lot tonight against this run defense.
Yeah, definitely. They're going to have a lot of guys down in the box, and does a great job. Comes up, actually comes off the edge there as they try to get a block, and fights through the block, makes a great play.
Officials still talking as you see Malik Rome. No flag. So they'll wave off the flag, and Rome makes a nice play there to bring up second down and about 11. I would call it a loss of 3 there. Second down and 13. Both Ponick and Rome, the free and strong safeties, playing very close to the line here tonight. Up top goes Jackson Williams. Incomplete. Intended for Bryce LeKicks.
Yeah, it looks like got a hand on it. But keep an eye on this matchup right now. Left tackle Kevin Williams versus Lee Malcolm. Lee Malcolm coming into the game with 7.5 sacks. Got late to the quarterback, but look for him to make some plays here.
3rd down and 13. Jackson Williams goes up top and overthrows the intended receiver. That was Zion Williams out there streaking down that far sideline. Let's go down on the field to Sean.
Talking to the Omaha North coaches before this game, they thought that this Bellevue West defense was definitely the best defense they've faced at all of their state championship games they've played here. And they were really worried about their speed and just their ability to fly around the ball. And you're seeing that. And they're standing up to the physical challenge in North. And I think that's the biggest thing I've taken away with Bellevue West early on is their ability to withstand kind of the physical punch in the mouth that North likes to throw at you early in games.
Thanks, Sean. The punt there by Jackson Williams, down at the 15-yard line. So that's where the Thunderbirds will take over. Very much a defensive battle here thus far. The Vikings defense has set a goal coming into this matchup. They wanted to hold Jalen Bradley to 150 yards. That's how much respect they have for Bradley. 150 would be considered, would be considered a win. Give to Bradley. Stopped right at the line for no gain at the 15. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Williams with the tackle.
Talk a little bit about Joe Dolanchek on the season. 163 for 253 yards. Definitely can throw it for 2,640. I'm sorry. Yeah, 163 out of 253 attempts. 2,640 yards in the air.
Back to throw is Dolanchek. Got a man out there. Wide open. Still running down the middle of the field, and a huge gain of the completion from Dolanchek to Cedric Johnson. 70 yards on the completion.
Really nice. Again, great protection. Really no pressure. Right at the end, a little bit of pressure, but catches the receiver in stride. We just got done talking about how he is effective throwing the football. Definitely effective there.
So Cedric Johnson pulls it in. 70 yards later, they're inside the 15. First trip into Viking territory here. Toss straight back to Bradley.
Okay. Gotcha.
Bradley inside the 10, down to about the 8-yard line. Gain of 5 by Bradley. So the Thunderbirds threatening for the first time tonight. Bradley now in there at the Wildcat. And Bradley will keep. He'll follow Pollock into the hole and then kicks it outside down to the 1-yard line. First down and goal. Down to the 1-yard line, first down and goal from the 1. Bradley still at quarterback. Pollock to his right. He'll follow Pollock into the hole, spins in there for the touchdown. Thunderbirds strike first.
Nice job. Obviously, big plays opening up the opportunity for the Thunderbirds to score there. Again, direct snap from quarterback, just following his blockers in, doing a good job up front. The Thunderbirds are creating space for him to run, getting a good push.
So Cruz Dorado in to kick the extra point. Flag, we'll see what's called on. Both sides pointing to one another is Alex Williford, who jumped off.
Good ball. Approachment. Defense.
So it is called on Williford. Looking to the sideline to see if they'll accept the penalty and go half the distance. And they do.
Gotcha.
Penalty is refused.
So they moved it back a couple. And now Gerardo to kick the extra point. So a nice drive here by the Thunderbirds. Extra point is up, and it is good. So big play, big drive for the Thunderbirds. They take the lead at 7-0. Brendan.
Yeah, as you can see right here in the trips formation, you've got all three receivers spread out here trying to create space as they get going. We were talking about the quarterback, Joe Dolanchek, getting his receivers and trying to get the ball out in front of him. Go ahead and play it. I don't know if I'm doing this right. There we go. Perfect. Clears it out. A little bit of a miscommunication there with the defense on the coverage, but again, the ball from Dolanchek was perfectly timed. Got it out in front of the receiver for a nice throw and catch.
I think he did that just fine.
I don't know. First time using it there. I don't know.
So Bellevue West on top here, 7-0 in this Class A state championship game. 7:41 to go. Nice drive put together there by the Thunderbirds. A big play, the completion from Dolanchek to Silvo Johnson. Check that to Cedric Johnson. So back deep now for the Vikings. On the kick return. Gordon is back there, along with Zion Williams. Gerardo in there to kick it away. Kicked into the end zone, and no return.
A little bit better in the kicking game up there.
Let's go down on the field to Sean Callahan.
Larry, guys, you can just sense the fire and hunger in this Bellevue West team right now. A year ago, they were a lot of people's favorites to be down here and win the state championship, play against a team like Millard West, and they got knocked off by Millard North in the semifinals. It was a game that really Bellevue West had control of throughout most of it, but Mike Huffman he said he got a little conservative and let off the gas with some of the things they were doing, and Millard North came back and won that game down the stretch, and they're hungry. They want to take this game tonight, and you can just sense it on this sideline.
Yeah, that's a great point, Sean. You know, they lost their quarterback from last year, starting quarterback, who was a 3,000-yard passer, and Jaden Kowalski. And now they have Dolanchek in there, who not only a first-year starter, but also now dealing with a thumb injury. So what a big play that was, and a big early lead here for the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with how the Thunderbirds have come out and matched Omaha North's offense in the physical part of the game, like Sean was talking about.
Toss outside to Xander Gray again. Xander bounces off one, and then a big stick there on the outside by Ponick. Boy, Ponick will come up and support from that safety spot.
Ponick making a statement right there.
Great driving tackle there by Kevin Ponick. 5'9", 180-pound senior, second on the team in tackles with 102, leads the team in interceptions with 4. He's playing both ways tonight. 3rd down and 5. Out on the flat. Good grab by Williams, and Williams catches it just short of a first down. He will be shy of the 30 and needed to get just past the 30 for a first down.
It was really good coverage by Caleb Goetz on that number 21, coming up as soon as the ball's released, going up and making the tackle and getting him on the ground as fast as he can.
So they will not measure, instead 4th down and 1. Eight seconds on the play clock. They're going to have to hurry here. The Vikings will. And they'll go for it on 4th and 1. The give to the big guy. Xander Gray leans forward and has enough for a first down out past the 30.
Boy, they were tempting fate right there. The clock was ticking down, almost got a penalty. I wouldn't have guessed that they would have gone for it on 4th and short like that on their own territory, but gutsy move.
So ball now on the 32-yard line. Back in there at the high-back spot, Milton Sarbaugh. The toss back to Sarbaugh. Slips outside. Gain of about 1 by Sarbaugh. Brings up 2nd down and 9. This North offense averages 450 yards per game, 44 points per game. Bellevue West defense only gives up 20 points. And it's a much improved Thunderbird defense. They've had to replace some starters this year as well, just through injury. Malik Bahati, the linebacker, terrific player for the Thunderbirds. Maybe one of their best defenders is out with an injury. Under pressure and dropped in the backfield. Malcolm Lee with the pressure.
Yeah, I was just going to talk about their defense. What they're running is a 5-1. They're bringing everything they can on that defensive line. And like I said earlier, keep an eye on Malcolm Lee. They get good pressure inside, everywhere. You got a holding call. Usually that happens when you get beat on pass protection, and then everybody just meets at the quarterback.
8.5 sacks for Malcolm Lee. Let's go down on the field to Sean.
And you might recognize Malcolm Lee's father, a former Husker, Odious Lee, a player from Nebraska, I believe in the 80s, Larry. But, you know, a guy with a lot of upside, a lot of potential, a legit 6'6", 6'7" guy. Nebraska on the radar right now as a preferred walk-on target. A guy that could get so much better once he gets into a college program.
Great play there by Lee. Brings up 3rd down and long, and on the draw. Is trying to get some of that back on the carry by Milton Sarbaugh. Sarbaugh gets out near the 30 to about the 29-yard line. That'll bring up a 4th down and 13.
Yeah, the Thunderbirds blitz on that play. Obviously, the Vikings catching them on the blitz. It's feast or famine type of mentality. But certainly, they changed the defensive front up a little bit. They had a 5-man, but not as crowded in there. They had 2 linebackers, and the linebackers vacated their gap on the blitz.
So Jackson Williams now back to punt. Snap is high. He gets it away. Takes his time down there and gives it plenty of time to roll, and also plenty of time for his defenders to get downfield. So a good punt there. And it will be the Thunderbirds' ball. Time now for trivia, NSAA Championship Trivia. If you're the first person to email the correct answer to sports@netnebraska.org, you'll win an NET Sports Championship t-shirt, size extra large. Our trivia question tonight: what is the record for most passing yards in a season for Class A and overall? Be the first person to email it at sports@netnebraska.org, and you'll win that NET Sports Championship t-shirt. And remember, only 1 winner per household during the 2014 championships.
Well, defense did their job. Thunderbirds did a good job of shutting down the Vikings, and see if they can keep this momentum going offensively. Looks to me like they've got some confidence, and things are rolling for them here. So Vikings got to be careful not to let them score going into the end of the first half here.
Back in at quarterback for the Thunderbirds is Dolanchek. Jalen Bradley in the backfield with him. Give to Bradley, kicks it outside. Well, so far tonight, the Vikings have done a nice job of stringing him out, not giving him any room to run. That was a gain of about 5.
Out of the pistol, you can see Jalen Bradley. Backside penetration is what's hurting these guys right now. They've got to figure something out quick up front.
Dolanchek, complete out of the flat to Silvo Johnson. Johnson has enough for the first down. Last 5 games for Silvo Johnson have been impressive. 130, 195, 97, 181, 177 receiving yards. An impressive stretch for Silvo Johnson, the 6-foot senior for the Thunderbirds. Give to Bradley around that right side. Bradley breaks one tackle. Gain of about 1. Brings up 2nd down and 9. The tackle made by Cantrell Mumphrey from that free safety spot.
Yeah, he does a good job. You thought for just a second Jalen was going to get away, and Cantrell did a good job of bringing him down.
So trips left now for the Thunderbirds. Bradley in the backfield along with Dolanchek. And he'll give it off to Bradley. Bradley follows his blocker. Nice cut. Some open room for Bradley. Ball on the ground. Will they say he was down? They will. They're saying he was down before the ball came out. I thought he was kind of rolled up on that ankle awkwardly, and he does get up with just a bit of a limp, but a first down on the carry by Bradley.
Yeah, they like to put Bradley in the pistol behind the quarterback, and they run kind of a zone read look at him, and they offset him like you're seeing right here.
Fake to give to him. Go up top, got a man wide open, underthrown, comes back. Did not pull it in. Boy, he had him wide open, streaking down the field, underthrew it, and Silva was able to come back underneath and almost make the play.
Dolanchek took a big shot from big number 78 on that one. Christian Hiltbrunner. Big Hiltbrunner, 6'2", 280. Took a big shot on that.
Nice job defensively there by Zion Williams in coverage. 2nd down and 10 as we near halftime here. 2 minutes, 13 seconds to go here in the 2nd quarter. Still a 7-0 Thunderbird lead. Bradley with it. He'll roll to his right. Look for some room. Stiff arm by Bradley. Gain of about 4 by Jalen Bradley.
Nice job by the Vikings just stringing him out, making sure he doesn't get any more than 2 or 3 yards. And a lot of it has to do with how these guys play downhill as far as corners, safeties, whatnot, fighting off blocks and stretching the play out.
So a gain of just 2 on that last play by Bradley. Dolanchek back in there at quarterback now. As a man open. Complete to Johnson for the first down. Cedric Johnson pulled that in, and that's good enough for a Thunderbird first down.
Yeah, Cedric Johnson, not a huge target for Dolanchek this year. 18 catches for 277 yards, but he's got 3 touchdowns.
Clock rolling here now, under 2 minutes to go. Give to Bradley. He's got room out there. Bradley slips one tackle down to the 20-yard line. A gain of 17 on the carry by Jalen Bradley.
Yeah, good stop from behind by Cyrus Collins, number 45 there. I don't know if he doesn't get him down, Jalen Bradley might be in for 6. Really good blocking up front, especially backside. You can see how these guys are working together, and you can tell that they've been working together for a long time.
Another injured Viking down on the field, and that's Raymond Gibson. Gibson down at about the 18-yard line.
And typically in high school football, the problems you have is on the backside, especially if you've got great running backs, because running backs like to cut it back a little bit. If you're not able to cut off the backside, you've got problems. And a lot of times it's those backers from the backside that come downhill on you.
So Gibson, the Sam linebacker, 77 tackles on the year. Walks off under his own power with no help. First down and 10, ball on the 21-yard line. Thunderbirds threatening here once again. Dolanchek fakes the give, under pressure, throws it up there. tipped away at the last second. Nice job defensively by Vernon Johnson.
Really good job. They brought the blitz there, almost got home. Dolanchek got the ball off just in time, but good defensive coverage out there. Johnson.
Tipped away. Intended receiver was Caleb Getz. Nice job to elevate and tip it away. Second down. Not much for Bradley. Reverses field, and he'll be pulled down. Got him by the jersey and drug him down. Did big, strong Alex Williford.
I think the crowd was looking for a face mask or something that kind of hid the way he tackled him, grabbed his jersey and pulled him down.
I was looking for that too.
He whipped him around. It almost looked like he was holding his face mask. That's a strong tackle, one-handed tackle, grabbing onto a guy and pulling him down.
Loss on the play of 5 yards, brings up third down and 15, 1:23 to go. Timeout taken by the Thunderbirds.
A little surprised.
Yeah.
I was kind of expecting a little bit more offensive power.
Yep. These games tend to surprise you in that way. Just when you think one thing, right?
Yep.
Hey, sports fans, NET is for you. We bring you more Nebraska high school sports than any other Nebraska network. So for more information on dates, times, DVD sales, available webcasts, just visit our website, netnebraska.org. This is our third state championship game of the day right here on NET. We'll be back here tomorrow with 3 more in Class C1, C2, and Class B to close it out tomorrow night. And a timeout now called by the Omaha North Vikings. Got a good look at what they were trying to do offensively. Larry Martin takes the timeout. Thrilled to be able to be here at the Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, bringing you these state championships all across the state of Nebraska. We know not everybody can make it down here to the stadium, so glad you're watching us on NET. Ah, yes, never underestimate the Vikings. I don't think anybody's underestimating Omaha North.
No.
This has been a juggernaut for the last 5-6 years in Class A. In fact, talked to Mike Huff, the head coach of the Thunderbirds. He said, you know, Omaha North, Millard North, those are really the standard bearers in Class A. And if we want to be in that company, if we want to be in that conversation, the only way you do it is you win these kind of games.
And how do you do it? You got to be physical. You've got to match the physicality of those type of teams. And I think they've done a good job of doing that tonight.
So we'll see what they draw up here on third down and 15. Dolanchek back to throw. Had a man, just not out of the break fast enough and a bit underthrown for Silvo Johnson.
Yeah, I think it was kind of both the receiver and the quarterback underthrown and not a real precise route.
Looking for that fourth down and 15 play is Mike Huffman. And they will go for it here on 4th and 15. Trips to the right. Bradley in the backfield along with Dolanchek. And a timeout called by Bellevue West. So Bellevue West takes its second timeout. They have 1 remaining, as do the Vikings. But it was also interesting that Michael Huffman talked about, you know, this is his first time down to state. Not only the first time for Bellevue West as a Thunderbird program, they've never had a runner-up, never had a championship team, right. But also as a coach, his first time here at Memorial Stadium. So when he was looking for some advice on how to handle this environment, a couple of coaches that he called, one was Fred Petito at Millard North, who's obviously been down here once or twice.
A lot of experience.
And he called Larry Martin.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You know, it's a fraternity. These coaches respect one another, and I'm sure, you know, Martin grudgingly probably gave him the least amount of information he could to benefit him. But You know, Nebraska high school football, the coaches, it's a brotherhood. There's a lot of great coaches out there that are willing to help and share information.
All right, we'll see if they can get it done here. Bellevue West on 4th down and 15. They're going for the big bowl of pudding here, going after it. See if they can knock it all off here in 1.
Look for pressure from the Vikings here.
Back to throw, Dolincheck goes deep, got a man out there, touchdown! What a strike from Dolincheck to Johnson.
Pretty big. Great pass protection, gave Dolincheck enough time to just float the ball out there, get the ball right on top of the receiver, just like he did there. And again, another throw and catch that results in a touchdown for Bellevue West.
What a touchdown throw from Dolincheck to Johnson. Said they were going after the big bull and pudding. Yep. Found it, didn't they?
Oh, watch it now. I think Omaha North right now is a little stunned.
Yeah.
As well.
Approachment. Defense.
You know, and you go back to the injury to
Penalties
Parker.
were few.
Gotcha.
Let's go down to the field to Sean Callahan.
You know, guys, it will be interesting to see how Omaha North does respond, because as far as I know, I think they've only trailed once this season, and it was in a 4:30 in the afternoon game at Seacrest Field in Lincoln. So this is unfamiliar territory for Omaha North, especially on this stage, because you got the sense a little bit that I think they thought that they were the bigger, more physical team coming into this game, that they could almost kind of bully their way to a good start, and it's not worked out that way. And Bellevue West is flying around. They're playing fast. They're playing with emotion. They're playing with fire. So Larry Martin's going to have his hands full here at halftime as he addresses his team and tries to get them back on course here in the second half.
Yeah, Sean, was that in the semifinal game against Lincoln East?
That was a regular season game. They were actually trailing in a regular season afternoon game here in Lincoln during the semifinals. I know that went back and forth, but yeah, Lincoln East played Omaha North about as well as anybody twice this year, and showed some things on film, particularly in the passing game. Lincoln East was the one team that had a lot of success through the air, and that was something that Bellevue West, I know, looked at and studied closely.
Thanks, Sean. Extra point is missed, and it's now 13-0 Bellevue West on top of Omaha North. This is a team in the Vikings that are not used to being down. As Sean just said, they won nearly every game they played by 20-plus points.
Yeah, you know, it's evident. Bellevue West came out and they wanted to make a statement, right? We talked about that from the very beginning. Punched Omaha North right in the mouth. And I go back to what Sean was talking about, the injury to big left guard for Omaha North. You wonder if that kind of took the sail out of their wind a little bit.
Return here by Gordon down the far side, and Gordon with a nice return. Still 1:05 to go. Plenty of time for this Viking offense as he returns it near midfield back to the 45 on the return by Alan Gordon. Here comes the quarterback for the Vikings, Jackson Williams. Justin Jackson Williams, the 5'10", 185-pound senior. This is an offense that's predicated on getting a lead and then just pounding it down your throat, as evidenced by two 1,300-plus yard rushers. And we'll see how they respond here. Sarbaugh in the backfield will get the carry. Good nifty move by Sarbaugh, gain of 8 yards on first down. Clock still moving. Second down and 2. A lot of time here with only one timeout left. Being used by the Vikings. Well, they snapped that previous play with over a minute, and they snapped this at 35 seconds. Pass over the middle, tipped around in the air, incomplete. And what a hit in the backfield on the previous play. One more look. 30 seconds to go on the incomplete pass. The clock is stopped. Third down. We'll call it a long one, more like 2 yards. Larry Bell, the up back. Toss back to Sarbaugh. Boy, nifty move for Sarbaugh, but going nowhere. Great support there by DeArch Stubblefield, who made a terrific tackle.
Yeah, and then Luke Galvin actually coming in before that and really shifting the running back from having any rhythm going downhill. And then, of course, DeArch Stubblefield making the play.
And they are going to go to halftime. They let the clock run out, and they'll head to halftime with the Thunderbirds of Bellevue West on top here in this Class A showdown. Or did they take a timeout? Looks like they might have taken a timeout. Just based on the officials still being out there. There is no time on the clock, but we'll see if they put 1 second back on. Perhaps Larry Martin took that timeout to set up one play. So they'll put 3 seconds back on as Martin took that timeout with 3 to go.
So the Vikings probably deciding to take a shot down the field. You got to wonder what Bellevue West is going to do. I mean, I would, if it's me, I'm bringing a little bit of pressure. Don't give him any time in the pocket. Make him have to run around a little bit, scramble a little bit. Don't give him an opportunity to throw it in the end zone.
So Jackson Williams on the draw will take it. Looks like a design draw there down to the 35, and that will do it for our first half. So after 24 minutes of play, Bellevue West is leading Omaha North 13-0, and before heading to the locker room, Larry Martin has gathered up his players to the 35-yard line. He's trying to send a message here. It has been an impressive performance here in this first half by the Thunderbirds. They have outgained in total yards, 191 to 121. Let's go down to the field with Sean.
Guys, we're here with Coach Larry Martin of Omaha North. Coach, you gathered your team up here before halftime. Obviously, this is not a typical North High first half. What did you tell these guys?
Well, I think we're playing good football. It's just we got to get our free safety to stay on number 2. He keeps jumping number 3 out of the trip set. So I've been real happy with the way that we played defensively, other than those 2 long passes. You know, he can't give those up. So, you know, and then we got to finish some drives on offense, you know. But, you know, Bellevue West is good up front, and we just got to keep finding ways to keep getting first downs.
You lost one of your best linemen, Kendrick Parker, in the first half. What kind of blow was that, and how have you guys had to kind of work around that?
Well, we're just going to go with the next man up. You know, Kendrick's the heart and soul of our football team, so we've got to find a way to put this one on our shoulders and find a way to come back out here in the second half and get a stop and finish a drive here and get back in this ball game.
All right, Coach, we'll get him going here in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, thanks very much, Sean, and thanks to Larry Martin for spending just a couple of minutes with us. We're at halftime of the Class A championship. Bellevue West on top, 13-0.
School's almost over. What's next? I mean, what are my choices? I want to find something I love, so I can make a life for myself. And then I can give back. So, how do I get there?
Take the next step with Education Quest College Planning Services by visiting educationquest.org.
When you're looking for Nebraska's stars of tomorrow, start with the young Nebraskans in 4-H and FFA. Over the past 4 years, Constellation has given more than $120,000 to 4-H and FFA in the 60 Nebraska counties we serve. Constellation provides natural gas for Nebraska homes, farms, ranches, and businesses. By supporting 4-H and FFA, we're providing energy for Nebraska's stars of tomorrow as well. Natural gas from Constellation.
Head trauma and concussion risk minimization is a priority of the NSAA. When in doubt, sit them out.
Some common symptoms of concussions are dizziness, confusion, and nausea.
The NSAA requires coaches in all sports to take a concussion course annually.
For more information regarding concussion management and return to play protocol, visit our website, nsaahome.org. When in doubt, sit them out.
Coverage of the 2016 NSAA High School Football Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, the Nebraska Public Power District, the Aurora Cooperative, the Nebraska Tourism Commission, and Constellation. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. So welcome back to Memorial Stadium. We're at halftime of the Class A state championship game. Bellevue West on top of Omaha North. It's 13-0. Joined now by Deb Velder, the associate director of the NSAA. Well, let's talk tennis this year. How'd the fall season go?
Great. Tennis was wonderful this year. I was just commenting earlier that that was the only morning so far this fall that it was sub-zero, and or it really felt like it. But otherwise, the mornings have been warm. But we stayed outside, and the facilities were great. So.
I know you hold the state championships at different locations. Talk about your different sites.
Well, we're very fortunate to have two fantastic facilities to host our championships. We host Class A at the Tennis Center in Omaha, and we host Class B here in Lincoln at the Woods Tennis Center, which is currently going under some renovations that is going to make it very competitive and a fantastic facility to host in the future.
So talk about qualifying procedures for state tennis.
Well, in tennis, I just wanted to clarify that we play boys tennis in the fall, and we do play girls tennis in the spring. When we talk at the football playoffs, we seem to forget about the girls, but I want to make sure they get their due recognition. But every school that participates in tennis is allowed to submit entries in all 4 divisions for the state tennis tournament. So it is an open tournament, and it is a 2-day tournament, and we play down to the championship on Friday afternoons.
And something new this year, a few more medals to hand out.
That's correct. Our membership was interested in providing more opportunities and recognition for students, and so this year, starting this fall, we did award medals for 5th and 6th place, which meant we had to have matches for 5th and 6th place, which added a few more matches. And when you're on limited courts, especially here in Lincoln, adding additional courts to get through 92 matches in the first day is difficult. But the schools, the players, they did an outstanding job keeping things moving, and we got it done.
A couple of teams we've seen here as champs before as well.
Definitely. Creighton Prep won the Class A championship, and here in Lincoln, Lincoln Pius won the championship. And it came down in Class B, well, in Class A also, to deciding that on the final day before we moved into the finals. So it was an exciting day at both classes.
Deb, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. That's Deb Velder, Associate NSAA Director. When we come back, Believers and Achievers from here at Memorial Stadium. Stay with us.
Together, Methodist Hospital, Methodist Women's Hospital, Methodist Jenny Edmondson, and Methodist Physicians Clinic have served generations of Omaha area families with cancer care, surgical care, women's specialty services, and more for health and wellness throughout life. We celebrate our tradition of caring for 125 years and look forward to serving the families of the region for years to come. Methodist, the meaning of care.
The Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association is pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and on the field. This statewide program recognizes academic excellence, leadership, and athletic achievement in over 20 high school sports and activities. We honor these exceptional students and all of the teachers, coaches, and parents who have mentored them. Together, we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
Whether it's spring planting, fall harvesting, or just a drive across the state, soy biodiesel helps a diesel-powered engine operate in a demanding job. Soybean oil from Nebraska soybeans makes biodiesel a renewable fuel that's also environmentally responsible. The soybean checkoff plays a major role in supporting the use and availability of biodiesel. The Nebraska Soybean Board, growing opportunity from the ground up.
Celebrate Nebraska's 150th birthday and support great Nebraska programming on NET. Nebraska native Todd Williams traveled the state preserving its legacy with beautiful paintings. As a thank you gift, you'll receive the 2017 calendar and enjoy 12 Nebraska scenes from the collection with your NET membership for $45. Call right now, 800-989-8236, and thank you for supporting NET.
Halftime of the Class A state championship game. Bellevue West on top 13-0 over Omaha North. Time now for some special presentations on the field, and for that we go to Doc Weiniger.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special halftime presentation this evening. Believers and Achievers is a statewide program designed by U.S. Bank and the Nebraska School Activities Association to give recognition to Nebraska's future leaders. We have 8 Nebraska high school seniors with us tonight who have demonstrated academic excellence and a commitment to good citizenship. For their involvement in school and community service projects, U.S. Bank and the NSAA would like to honor these Believers and Achievers. Presenting the Believers and Achievers Awards are U.S. Bank Representative Alyssa Chandler, NSAA Executive Director Dr. Jim Teneper, and NSAA Board of Directors Chair Wendy Hendricks of Lincoln East. Tonight's first honoree is Kenny Allred of Bellevue West High School. Kenny is a 3.8 student who participates in baseball. At Bellevue West, Kenny serves as the communications officer on the National Honor Society, is a freshman mentor, a member of Junior Senate, and is a Skills USA participant. In his community, Kenny is a JDRF, Reality Church, and Buddy Baseball Bellevue volunteer. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Allred. Next is Catherine Christopherson of Omaha North High School. Catherine participates in girls soccer while being a 3.9 student. Catherine is an Omaha North High ambassador, an Inclusivity participant, and a UNO Peter Keywood Institute Project Halon team leader. In her community, Catherine is an Omaha Public Library volunteer and is a participant in the Man Up fundraiser. Ladies and gentlemen, Catherine Christopherson. Our next recipient is Tyler Cunningham of Omaha Burke High School. Tyler maintains a 3.76 GPA while participating in football and wrestling. He has earned NCPA Academic All-State Honors in wrestling and was a member of Omaha Burke's 2015 NSAA Class A State Dual Wrestling Runner-Up Team and was a 2016 NSAA Class A State Individual Wrestling Championships qualifier. An honor roll student and a National Honor Society member, Tyler is an Open Door Mission and a Junior Bulldogs football volunteer. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Cunningham. Next is Taylor Donner of Emerson Hubbard High School. Taylor is a 3.93 student who participates in football, basketball, baseball, and music. Taylor was a member of Emerson Hubbard's 2013, 2014, and 2015 NSAA Class D2 football playoffs qualifying teams. An honor roll student and an NCPA Academic All-State selection in football, basketball, and baseball, Taylor is a member of EH Club and FFA at Emerson Hubbard, while serving as secretary of the Science Club. In his community, he is a member of the Senior Lutheran Youth Group and 4-H. Ladies and gentlemen, Taylor Donner. Our next recipient is Bennett Hellman of Omaha Westside High School. Bennett participates in football, basketball, and track and field while maintaining a 4.0 GPA. In NCPA Academic All-State Selection in football, Bennett is a member of the National Honor Society and National Math Honor Society while consistently being on the honor roll. At Omaha Westside, he is president of the senior class, Beta Club, and FBLA. In his community, Bennett is a member of the Heartland Family Service League, is the director of the tutoring program at Westside, and is a member of the Mayor's Youth Advisory Committee. Ladies and gentlemen, Bennett Hellman. Next is Annalise Letcher of Sydney High School. Annalise is a 4.0 student who participates in volleyball, basketball, and track and field. An NCPA Academic All-State Selection in volleyball and an honor roll student, Annalise is president of the Student Council, secretary of Skills USA, and serves leadership positions on the National Honor Society and the Red Zone Council. In her community, Annalise is president of Teens in Prevention, a youth group member, and a Fellowship of Christian Athletes participant. She is also a volunteer for Table of Grace Food Pantry. Ladies and gentlemen, Annalise Letcher. Our next recipient is Wolf Lucas of Millard South High School. Wolf participates in cross country, swimming and diving, and track and field while being a 3.79 student. He is a 2016 NCPA Academic All-State Selection in swimming, an honor roll student, and is a member of the National Honor Society. At Millard South, Wolf is a member of the Student Council and is a cadet captain in the Air Force Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. In his community, Wolf volunteers at the Patriot Pride Fest, All Play Miracle League, and the Parsons House. Ladies and gentlemen, Wolf Lucas. Our final recipient tonight is Courtney Sandell of Malcolm High School. Courtney is a 4.0 student who participates in softball and track and field. Courtney was a member of Malcolm's 2016 Class C NSAA softball championship team. A two-time NCPA Academic All-State Selection in softball and National Honor Society member, Courtney holds leadership positions on the Student Council, FBLA, and Girls State. In her community, Courtney is a member of the Malcolm Action Coalition, Teens in the Driver's Seat, and is a volunteer for the United Malcolm Methodist Church and the Backpack Program. Ladies and gentlemen, Courtney Sandell. And now let's give one more round of applause to the 2016-2017 U.S. Bank Believers and Achievers, the future leaders of Nebraska.
So there are our Believers and Achievers for 2016. Outstanding performance both on and off the field of play. Terrific community service. Great academic achievement. Congratulations to all 8 of those NSAA Believers and Achievers. We're at halftime of this Class A state championship match. Time to take a look at highlights from half number 1, and a lot of highlights for the Thunderbirds as this was the first play of the game. A nice carry.
Yeah, you know,
Sarbaugh got going quickly.
Absolutely. I thought, you know, coming out the gates, we'd really see the power of the running game from Omaha North. And what I saw a Bellevue West team that was determined to stop that. And it was evident early.
And then despite the broken thumb, a big connection from Dolan Check here to Cedric Johnson all the way down inside the 10-yard line. And then it was Jalen Bradley going in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a couple big plays for Bellevue West in broken coverage. Their coach, Omaha North's coach, talked about it at the half there, but we'll go over that here in a second, kind of break it down, tell you what's happening on the teleprompter.
And that was the touchdown from Dolan Check. Here's to take a look at the halftime statistics, and you'll see total yardage tilted in the way of Bellevue West thanks to those 2 touchdown drives, 191 to 121 yards per play. Certainly favor the Thunderbirds. But time of possession belongs to North, but no points to show for it. So tell us about the play, Brandon.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Got the teleprompter up. Coach talked about the free safety right here, as you see, as he's set up. As you count the numbers of your receivers, you got 1, 2, and 3 receivers this way. As the play progresses, the free safety right here goes and converts on the number 3 where he should stay with number 2, and all they're running is basic little fade or go route here. They get confused with the coverage there, and as we play this through, go ahead and show it. The free safety goes out to number 3, just like I said. Nobody's on number 2, wide open. Everybody's got to come back and converge on the receiver, and again, for 6, that was a huge play for Bellevue West.
Big play gave them a 13-0 lead here at the half. Second half action coming your way on NET Sports.
At this moment, you might find us in a bucket truck.
Or a substation troubleshooting while your power is out.
You might find us moving conductor out to the job site.
Or setting up an account as a new customer.
Regardless of what we're doing, we enjoy serving you.
You are our customer.
We work for you, we're at your service, and
always there?
Always there.
Always there when you need us.
Not just on the good days. Not just on the challenging ones. Not just during business hours. Or when relaxing. But always. For the past 125 years, Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, always alongside you.
Watch Nebraska volleyball on NET Sports. Michigan versus Nebraska Huskers, Saturday, November 26th at 7 Central on NET.
Coverage of the 2016 NSAA High School Football Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, the Nebraska Public Power District, the Aurora Cooperative, the Nebraska Tourism Commission, and Constellation. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Well, NSAA High School Football Championships tomorrow right here on NET. More live coverage of the NSAA High School Football Championships with Class C2 Championship beginning at 10 a.m. Central. That'll be followed by the C1 title game, and then Class B wraps it up tomorrow night. Let's go down on the field with Sean.
Guys, I'm with Bellevue West head coach Mike Huffman. Coach, you had to love the way your team came out here in the first half. How do you get them to now to carry this over here in the second half?
You know, I'm really proud of them. You know, I told the boys in there that first 12 minutes couldn't have went any worse. You know, our first 2 offensive possessions starting in the shadows of our own goalposts. We didn't get some plays that we thought that were going to work. Credit the Norris defense. But our kids are resilient. We've had a lot of adversity through injuries this year, and they just know, you never know how football is going to go. They got great players. We got great players. We have a great plan. They have a great plan. And in the last 24 minutes, I said, how hard are you willing to play? Okay, what are you willing to give us to remember for the rest of your life?
Coach, how happy were you just with the quarterback situation? A lot of questions going in, how you were going to manage that, handle the injury. Just how did you kind of go about it here going into the game, and how happy are you with it, how it came out?
You know, regardless of what happens this last 24 minutes, Joe Dolanchek's a man. I mean, he's playing with a broken hand. We didn't know until Friday he was going to be able to play. He's throwing some good balls, and he's reading the defense. He had one play where they checked. You know, there's 16, 17-year-old kids. You don't check vertical out of your own end zone. But, hey, you know, we do give them that liberty. You know, so he needs to go out and make some great decisions. You know, but ultimately, I told the boys, man, we got to run the football. You know, I feel that we have the best line in the state. They're not playing like that. I feel we got the best back in the state. I think he's trying to do too much. He's trying to make one too many cuts. He's best when he just puts his foot down and go. So let's see if they listen to halftime, Sean, and see what they do in the next 24 minutes.
All right, Coach Huffman, go get him here.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thanks very much, Sean. And thanks to Mike Huffman for spending just a few minutes with us here before the start of quarter number 3 in this Class A state championship game that is right now being led by his team. It is Bellevue West on top, 13-0. Hey, Wednesday night on NET World, Big Red Wrap-Up moves to a special time due to the high school football championships tomorrow on NET. So join Andy Kendi, who's sitting in for Kevin Kugler, Blake Lawrence, Sean Callahan as they recap the Maryland game and then look ahead to Friday's showdown against the Hawkeyes from the University of Iowa. Don't miss Big Red Wrap-Up live on NET World. That's Wednesday, 7 Central, and then we'll show it again on Thursday at 7 on NET. And boy, a lot to talk about now, especially with the news today that Riker Fife kind of broke his left hand. Obviously not his throwing hand, but still probably had a pin put in or something done to that left hand. And he's questionable. Of course, Tommy's questionable with a bad hamstring. And who else is back there to play quarterback?
Exactly. You've got Zach Darlington, who's he's been getting some reps in practice by being the role and emulating opposing quarterbacks, but you have to have contingency plans past that, and so you wonder, if Riley's kind of putting together a plan of guys that are athletes, maybe a wildcat situation moving forward. But certainly it puts a wrinkle, more adversity on this team. I mean, it's like they could afford any more adversity, but certainly they've been a team that has shown they can come out of it, and hopefully Riker can maybe take some snaps from the gun, but it'd be difficult underneath the center, that's for sure. And we really don't know how well Tommy's going to respond to the treatment. I've heard that he's getting better every day, but it's a hamstring, and those are difficult to recover, especially on the faster guys, those athletes.
Right. Can we get a special dispensation and see if Tanner Lee can play a game?
It really, going to Iowa makes it even that much more difficult, because you just can't hand the ball off and expect to play in a phone booth with the Hawkeyes, because they are a very, very sound defensive unit.
Well, ready to go here in the second half of the Class A state championship game. 13-zip T-Birds on top of the Vikings. And it will be the Vikings kicking it off, so Bellevue West will have first possession. Sarbaugh in there to kick it deep. Have a short kick down to the 30-yard line. Not much of a return there. Drops forward for a gain of about 3 on the return as Caleb gets. And that's where the Thunderbird offense will take charge.
I really like listening to Coach Huffman when he came out. He exudes a lot of confidence, and you can see his guys are playing with that kind of confidence.
How much you willing to give me for the rest of your life?
Exactly.
(13-0) underway here in the third quarter of play. Those 2 quarters favor the Thunderbirds. We'll see what both squads drew up at half. And here's the first carry of the second half by Jalen Bradley. Bradley kicks it out. He's still on his feet. Bradley out near midfield, and a nice gain. 17 yards on the first carry of the second half for Jalen Bradley.
Yeah, Bellevue West comes out. They open it up by lining up in an open formation, 4 wide receivers, spreading the defense out and really putting it in Jalen Bradley's hands, following some good blocking up front by 2 polling linemen, making a play. What is it with the jerseys in this game? It seems like everybody's getting a pull on these jerseys from behind or something.
The toss outside to Bradley. He's got room again. Kicks it outside. Keeps his balance. Another 10-yard gain for Jalen Bradley. That was impressive.
Really impressive. Just stays on his feet, puts his hand on the ground, regains his balance enough for the first down.
Well, maybe he's taking the word of Mike Huffman, who said, hey, make a cut and go. Let's go down to the field to Sean.
Guys, a lot of coaches I've talked to around the Metro have said what separates Bradley is when he cuts at full speed, and there just aren't guys around the state or anywhere that can do that, and that's what makes him really one of the best backs we've seen in Nebraska in a while.
In the Wildcat now, the fake to Ponick. Bradley will keep it. Boy, what a cut there by Bradley. Down to the 25-yard line, another 12-yard gain. Bradley out of the locker room has gone 17, 10, and 12 in 3 consecutive carries.
Yeah, this is an impressive run. You see the replay here. He almost stops in his tracks, puts his hand on the ground, boom, avoids the tackler, and gains another 7-8 yards on it.
What a run by Bradley, who is now nearing 100 yards in the game. The last carry should have put him over 100, and it did. 105 yards on 19 carries and a touch for Jalen Bradley. Bradley at quarterback again, and this time a whistle and a timeout called by the Thunderbirds. So early timeout here for Coach Mike Huffman.
Tell you what I'm seeing up front from Bellevue West. When they come up there and there's certain plays designed, they're letting the defensive linemen go, especially when Jalen is given the ball to go outside. They're getting up on the second level, linebackers and on those safeties to get those blocks downfield to break one for Jalen Bradley.
Well, this is the left side of that offensive line for Bellevue West for the Thunderbirds that has just been terrific this year. Tyler Shure, University of South Dakota commit, number 77. Sam Vanderslice, number 56, the center. Sam has started all 43 games of his high school career. Tyler Shure has started 42 of 43 games in his high school career. Shure and Vanderslice both playing both ways tonight as well. There is that offensive line that has been leading the way tonight for Jalen Bradley. Trey Morris there. Good looking group up front for these Thunderbirds. Bradley back in there at quarterback. First down and 10. He'll keep. Blocks kicked out. Another carry inside the 10. Quick move. 5. Touchdown. No flags. Jalen Bradley in for 6.
Beautiful, beautiful run by Jalen Bradley. And even better blocking up front. A hat on a hat. Jalen Bradley gets downhill, gives the defensive back one slight little move like he's going to go outside and in, and then he just takes it to the end zone. Gives him a stiff arm, and easy 6 for Jalen Bradley.
Quick math, I believe, is a 4-play drive. All Jalen Bradley going 12, 17, 10, and right there, 26 yards for the touchdown, 67 overall, and they do it in 58 seconds to extend that lead now to 19-0. The Jalen Bradley Show to begin this second half here at Memorial Stadium.
When you've been around for more than a century, you understand the power of generations, the value of nurturing and developing those who will carry on the legacy of agriculture and food production. That's why the Aurora Cooperative helps young people gain the experience, expertise, and wisdom to feed the world, be good stewards, become responsible community leaders, and continue setting the example for the generations that follow. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
Together, Methodist Hospital, Methodist Women's Hospital, Methodist Jenny Edmondson, and Methodist Physicians Clinic have served generations of Omaha area families. With cancer care, surgical care, women's specialty services, and more for health and wellness throughout life. We celebrate our tradition of caring for 125 years and look forward to serving the families of the region for years to come. Methodist, the meaning of care.
Well, Jalen Bradley carried the load in the last drive, a 68-yard scoring drive in 58 seconds. All Jalen Bradley, 4 carries, put it in, and they now lead it 19-0 over the Vikings of Omaha North. And there is Jalen Bradley, who is being recruited by several schools. Nebraska, the Cornhuskers, very interested in Jalen Bradley. He needs to get some things cleaned up in terms of grades and eligibility, but well within his capability to do that. Mike Huffman says he's working hard on that, would love nothing more than to come down and play for Nebraska. He tied a Class A record with 7 touchdowns in a game this year. 33, 50, 19, 75, 12, 12, and 60 were the carries. Also set a state record, 496 yards in one game. And those 7 touchdowns, that was in the game against Millard West. Kind of a squib kick taken at about the 5-yard line. Brought back by Gordon, and Alan Gordon still on his feet. And Alan Gordon will be dropped at the 19-yard line. But Jalen Bradley has had a terrific season. The Omaha World Herald reports that Jalen Bradley is 13th in the nation in rushing yardage, averaging 222 a game. Set a single season rushing record as a junior for this club. 17-12, broke his record this year.
I think the thing that's most impressive about him is that he makes a lot of people miss. He is very smooth. He can start and stop, and he hits cuts at full speed like we were talking about earlier.
Right now he's over 2,800 yards on the season. On the reverse. And a A flag on the play.
It's probably going to be a holding, but yeah, Omaha North trying to figure out something, trying to get some sort of rhythm, this offense going. And Bellevue West is just doing a fantastic job defensively, keeping everything in front of them.
So already backing up by the Vikings.
Holding. Offense. Half the distance of goal. Repeat first down.
Kind of threw up his hands. Malcolm Lee said, you see this, right?
You know, you just got to be nice to him. Be a squeaky wheel. They'll throw it.
So that'll back them up to the 7-yard line. Brings up first down. And call it 19. First and 19 from the 7. Toss outside. Sarbaugh, not much room there. Gain of about 3 yards to the 10. Brings up second down and long. Maybe the surprise, if you look at the numbers between these two teams, Omaha North has had so much success lately. Is that Sarbaugh who's still down? It is. Sarbaugh slowed to get up. We'll come out and take a look at Milton Sarbaugh, the 5'7" junior. You take a look at the numbers between these two teams, you would think that with all of the success that the Vikings have had over the years, that they would be the team that had been at state more. They would be the team who had been to more consecutive, state playoffs. But actually, in reality, they've been to 17, 10 in a row. Bellevue West has actually been in the playoffs 18 times, 14 in a row.
Right.
So more than Omaha North. The difference is that when Bellevue West has gotten there, they haven't gotten far. They've only won a total of 3 playoff games all time before this year, and 2 of those were last year.
Yeah, a little bit of being snake bit in the playoffs, but certainly, tonight I think just by way of Coach Huffman in exuding his confidence, on the camera, talking to us and talking to his players before the game, you just get this sense that they've got Omaha North's number. Now it's a long ways from being over,
right?
But certainly they have come out at the beginning of the first half and the second half and have proven that they can hang toe-to-toe with Omaha North.
Let's go down on the field to Sean Callahan.
And guys, really the difference compared to these, Bellevue West has had so many teams that have been close, as you mentioned, Larry, but when they got into the playoffs, they've run into those Millard teams, whether it's Millard West, Millard North, or just programs of that caliber, and they never had really the line play to kind of finish off those kinds of games. And I think that's what separates this team along with a guy like Jalen Bradley. But for years and years and years, John Feynman, the legendary coach here that passed away after the 2011 season, was always known for the offensive talent that he had in this program, going all the way back to Eric Strickland, Cluster Johnson Sr., all the great players that they put out in this program, but they just never had the line play. I think that's what's different when you look at Charay and Vanderslice, guys that have played together for a long time. Then you give them the best running back in the state. That is, how you win games here in the month of November in Nebraska.
So you see Sarbaugh being helped out. Thanks very much, Sean. It's exactly the way it would appear. And even when you look at the numbers, I mean, Bellevue West has won a total now of 6 playoff games, 5 of those in the last 2 years behind this kind of a line. And so Sarbaugh being helped off the field. Difficult to tell what that injury is, but certainly he is putting almost no pressure on that left leg, ankle, foot. Certainly wish Sarbaugh the best. We'll try to get a report. But earlier already, you talked about the earlier injury to Kendrick Parker. Coming out. Teammates to help him off. So second down and about 19 from the 10-yard line. Fake toss over the middle. Was there a flag or just a whistle that stopped play? I believe it was a whistle. I didn't see a flag come. Well, there's a penalty.
Good ball. Ball start. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
Those are kind of things you down 19-0 deep in your own territory, you just can't have happen.
Yeah, I think it was big 78. Got started just a little bit too early. Going against pretty good competition right there in Lee Malcolm. So you can imagine he's probably a little nervous getting beaten pass pro.
So backs him up 5 yards, brings up 2nd down and 24. Jackson Williams hands off. Breaking a couple of tackles is Xander Gray. Xander Gray out into the open. Good stiff arm, still on his feet. Pulled down out to the 35-yard line. A gain of 30 yards on the carry for Xander Gray.
Another flag on the field.
And another flag. And back around where you get the push in the back row hold, and that's what it is. Right there. Pushing the back by Zion Williams. And it looks like Caleb Getz was in a position to at least have a shot at making a play.
Half the distance to goal. Repeat 2nd down.
So once again, Vikings just headed in the wrong direction. Deep in their own territory, ball at the 6-yard line. Line to gain for the 1st down is just past the 29. 2nd down and 23. Toss the other way, ball on the ground, lost it momentarily, and he's stuffed in the backfield. And right now the Vikings are just completely out of sync. 2 penalties, bad toss. Just not a team that is clicking on all cylinders by any means. 3rd down and long, 3rd and 26. Near their own end zone. Jackson Williams back to throw, looks downfield, he'll go long. Downfield and incomplete. Terrific coverage out there provided by Caleb Getz.
Yeah, early in the game, Bellevue West, their strategy was to kind of take away the power and the strength of Omaha North's offensive line, kind of diving at their feet and letting their linebackers and secondary make the plays and stopping the run. Now they're going toe-to-toe with them. I haven't seen them cut these guys in a little bit. Now it's changed a little bit as far as their lineup with the injury to Parker, but still they're playing with a tremendous amount of confidence on defense.
So Jackson Williams now back to punt it away from his own end zone at the 40-yard line, ready to return it. And Silvo Johnson. The side of the foot.
I think it was partially blocked.
Might have been. And the kick goes to the 31-yard line, so terrific field position here for the Thunderbirds to try to extend that lead here in quarter number 3. 8:51 to go in the 3rd. A 19-0 Bellevue West lead.
I think Luke Galvin got in on that. I think it hit his helmet as it came out. It's hard to tell on the replay, but good penetration on that.
Galvin was there along with Ponick. So Dolacek back in there at quarterback. 1st down and 10 from the 31. Make the give to Bradley. He'll go up top, trying to go for the 6 right away. And was it intercepted? No, incomplete. Good position there. Nice job defensively once again. Vernon Johnson has had a nice game with that cornerback. Step for step right there with Caleb Getz. Nearly had it, just came out late. Nice job by Getz to turn into defender there. 2nd down and 10 from the 31. Bradley with the carry, slips through. Bradley's got a first down and then some. Bradley inside the 10. Bradley, touchdown! Jalen Bradley.
Watch the replay on this. The offensive line getting up to the second level. Double teams at the line of scrimmage, point of attack. Omaha North's backers playing downhill and getting blocked. Getting a hat on a hat and just opening up lanes.
What a run by Bradley. 3 touchdowns for Jalen Bradley, 162 yards on 21 carries, 7.7 yards per touch.
So coming into tonight, looking at Jalen Bradley, he had an opportunity to tie a record. He's one shy of tying the record of Calvin Strong.
Yep. Touchdowns in a season. Jalen Bradley, what a night. And he has given his Thunderbirds a 26-0 lead. Hey, earlier tonight we asked you a question. We said, what is the record for most passing yards in a season for Class A and overall? Craig Tarr of Hildreth, Nebraska, he knew the answer. He knew that it was just last year. Jaden Kowalski, the quarterback of Bellevue West last year, 31-46. So congratulations to Craig Tarr. We will be sending you that NET NSAA High School Championship Football t-shirt, size extra large. Speaking of the Thunderbirds, there's another record holder right there. All-time leading rusher for the Thunderbirds.
Right now, he's 21 carries for 162 yards, 3 touchdowns, 31 yards being his longest. He's averaging 7.7 a carry, which is pretty good against a stout, supposedly a stout Omaha North, stingy Omaha North defense.
2,800 yards on the season for Jalen Bradley. On the year already, this is the second most points allowed by this North Viking defense. Previous highest was 28. Lincoln East scored 28 in the semifinals. And still with a quarter and a half to go, Bellevue West already with a commanding 26-0 lead. Did not see this coming. It was not the game I think we expected, Brendan.
No, not at all. Not at all. And I think, like Sean was talking about, it boils down to the offensive line of Bellevue West and the defensive line of Bellevue West really just taking it to Omaha North.
So let's see if the Vikings can get something going here on offense. Justin Jackson Williams in there at quarterback. Larry Bell, the fullback. Xander Gray will likely go the rest of the night at the running back spot with the injury to Milton Sarbaugh.
Yeah, right there's a prime example of how much Kendrick Parker has missed. They tried to run the ball right off the left side. And you know, as much as Keegan Clark is working his tail off in there, he's definitely not the size and the presence that Kendrick Parker is.
Right. Second down and 9. This is a Vikings team that, again, has won the Class A title 2 of the last 3 years. They've reached the finals 4 of the last 5. They go up top, got a man out there, caught. Great catch by Zion Williams. And Williams pulls that down, tries to give the Vikings some life. 36-yard reception on the throw from Jackson Williams to Zion Williams.
A beautiful throw by Williams. Zion going up, I mean, getting vertical and coming down with the football. Nice catch. Coverage looked pretty good on it as well. But again, Williams throwing a perfect ball, getting out in front of him.
3rd reception for Williams tonight. That makes 20 receptions on the year for Zion Williams. 46 yards receiving, so he's nearing 500 total yards receiving on the year. Tends to make big plays. He had coming in just 17 receptions, but averaged 26 yards per catch. Those are big plays, huh?
Big numbers.
Just pulled that one in for 36. Second down and 6. Back to throw again is Jackson Williams. Got a man out there. Caught! Touchdown! Zion Williams with the catch.
So there's got to be a flag right here.
And there is.
Yep, looked like Zion Williams was taunting a little bit at the end of the play. But definitely had his man beat.
And he heard about it right there as well. Watch the move by Williams. Juke inside, wide open catch of the touchdown. And this is what gets him in trouble right here. Little flip of the ball, little chatter.
After the play, we have unsportsmanlike. Number 3.
So they're in there to try for the 2-point conversion. So Zion Williams back in there now, along with Jackson Williams. The penalty will be assessed on the kickoff, not on this 2-point conversion. 32-yard touchdown pass by Zion Williams. Williams looks up top. Incomplete. And a flag as things start to get a little chippy out there between the Thunderbirds and the Vikings. Our officiating crew trying to take charge. Let's hear what the flag is.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike. Omaha North. Number 78.
That's Kevin Williams called for the flag, and no doubt the coaches will start to have a conversation about composure. Let's go down to the field to Sean.
Hey, Brennan, as a coach yourself, I'm trying to theorize why go for 2 in that situation. It seemed a little early at 26-0, 26-6 there to call for the 2-point conversion. Just an interesting deal there. And then it leads to another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, which adds 15 more yards to this kickoff, which is going to be, I believe, now 30 yards back from the normal kickoff spot.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. What I don't understand even further than that is the unsportsmanlike conducts that are happening. Big 78, he's a good player. You know, from the very beginning of the game, he's been kind of chirping. You know, it's a competitive game, but you got to keep your composure. So let's see how they respond to that, and certainly, you know, coming out here with a better attitude.
That's Kevin Williams. He's got a Nevada Division I offer, a guy that's on Division I radars with his size. He's actually a first-year guy here at North. He transferred from Omaha West Side and came here to North just for his senior season. So kind of a late add-on player here for Larry Martin. A lot of people think that he may end up going to Reno and committing to Nevada, but a big costly play here, as I don't know if I've ever seen a high school game, guys, where they're going to kick off from this deep down.
Yeah. Kickoff will happen from the 10-yard line, and that just gives the Thunderbirds more opportunity. Ponick will be back deep to receive the kick.
Yeah, with this field position, it's almost, I mean, the Thunderbirds, they've got a great amount of momentum right now, and with great field position, they're going to score, so it almost wipes away what Omaha North just did.
So kick away from the 10-yard line, and it comes down at about the end. We have a flag. And it's offsides on North. This will back them up 5 yards, and they will now be kicking off from the 5-yard line.
Have you ever seen that before?
No, haven't.
First time for everything, huh?
I'm not sure I've seen it at any level, because this is now a total, if I'm not mistaken, of 35 yards in penalties. 2 15-yard penalties and a 5-yard, so 35 yards in penalties on a kickoff. The 2 unsportsmanlikes and the offsides. So they'll likely be receiving this somewhere around midfield. And again, Ponick is standing at the 45-yard line to receive. That just looks strange right there, doesn't it? Looking at home, you have to be thinking, what? High end over end. It'll be a short kick taken at the 45. Return right up the middle. And that's Fulgestrom with the return, the sophomore. And they will take over after the return inside the 30-yard line of the Vikings. And I believe that was Xavier Betts on that return. So ball at the 27-yard line here, 26-6 the score. Kicks that outside, goes Jalen Bradley.
Vikings do a good job of stretching the field right there. Just Bellevue West comes out, tries to run that stretch zone.
No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10. Bradley spins out of one tackle. Forced out of bounds, no gain there as well. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Kind of a discombobulated play there between the running back and the quarterback. Ran into each other. The rhythm and timing was off with that, which ultimately led to a negative play.
A record-making kind of year for the Thunderbirds, who now the penalty will be called against the Vikings. Thunderbirds have set team records in
ball, approachment, defense.
It's a really smart call by the coach. See if you can get some of that yardage back. Put yourself in a 3rd and manageable situation.
8th penalty now for 73 yards against Omaha North. There you see the penalty differential, 8 for 73 to 1 for 5. Was saying that the Thunderbirds have set team records this year, total yards in a game, in a season, rushing yards in a season. Thanks to that young man right there, Jalen Bradley, down to the 20-yard line. Will bring up 4th down. Check it, 3rd and 3 now.
It's going to be 4th down.
4th it is, 4th and 3. In that Millard West game where Jalen Bradley had his 7 touchdowns and 496 yards rushing, the team had a total of 777 yards of total offense.
Wow, that's impressive.
They'll go for it here on 4th down and 3. And a timeout called or a flag? Timeout. Omaha North takes the timeout. 5:28 to go here in quarter number 3 of this Class A state championship game. Vikings and the Thunderbirds. Really, one of the closest games they had was that win over Omaha Burke, where they won it 45-41 in week 2. Talking about Bellevue West. Yeah, those guys. 45-41 in week 9, the win over Burke. They scored that game winner with 2 seconds remaining to win it 45-41. Outside of that, it's been fairly convincing.
Yeah, they've handled everybody.
Hey, if you'd like a DVD of today's game from the NSAA State Football Championships, just call 800-868-1868 or visit our website, netnebraska.org. $19.95 plus shipping and handling, and you can relive all of this excitement for years to come. Your copy of the state championship. So 4th down and 3. The keep by Bradley. Has room. Bradley in there for another touchdown, and that ties a Class A record for touchdowns in a season. 45 for Bradley. He came into the game now at 49.
Yeah, interesting formation they had set up. They had 2 wide receivers to the left, an unbalanced look on the line of scrimmage with Lee Malcolm in there blocking on the opposite side. So really spreading the defense out of Omaha North and just giving Jalen Bradley the opportunity to turn it up. Great double team from the left guard and center, working their way up to the backer, opening up that lane for Jalen Bradley.
185 yards rushing for Bradley. Extra point is through. Nice and convincing that time by Cruz Jurado. Extends that lead to 33-6, and there are the numbers for Jalen Bradley, including the 4 touchdowns, which put him at 49 on the season, tying the record of Calvin Strong, who played for the team that he's playing tonight.
Well, I was wrong. I thought Omaha North would come out here and definitely put up a better fight, show a little bit more discipline, but definitely not having the night that they thought they were going to have. And Bellevue West, very, very impressive with everything that they're doing, offensively, defensively, even special teams, playing very disciplined football, tackling well, taking away everything that Omaha North has presented, shutting them down. I mean, Omaha North has had really 2 big plays, and that's it in the passing game. And with that,
yep. 33-6, Bellevue West over Omaha North, and you saw in that huddle before the Vikings took the field a nice calm conversation with the players. Plug away, stay with it, do your thing.
A lot of time left.
Back deep is Alan Gordon. I believe Smith also back there deep. Little squib kick fallen on by Omaha North. I'm not sure if that was an intentional.
That was an intentional onside kick. Absolutely was. Interesting call. Surprise onside. You get a little bit better bounce with the ball, you get it right back.
Yeah. Yep, clearly onside kick try.
Good heads up play by the front line for Omaha North.
"17 minutes of game time still remaining." Take the give, up top. Jackson Williams airs it out and overthrows his intended receiver, Danon Jones.
Yeah, all eyes were downfield. Meanwhile, there was a wide open receiver for Omaha North. Zion Williams was on the other side of the field, and nobody was covering him.
One guy you don't want to let go, it's probably him, right? Zion. Second down and 10. Up top again, out in the flat. Good pulled in by Zion Williams. It's good for a first down to the 39-yard line.
That's a tough throw for a quarterback. Come across the field, put it up there. Sometimes it seems it sits up there forever. Zion going up and making a great grab.
Nice route there by Williams. Hard push. Throw again. Nearly picked off. Right through the hands of Caleb Getz. If it was a pick, it was 6.
Bellevue West doing a really good job with their corners, getting their eyes on the quarterback when that ball's released and really jumping on it, whether it's, you know, trying for a pick like that or getting on a tackle right away.
So second down and 10. Xander Gray takes the handoff. Not much running room for Gray. getting a little chippy out there. Omaha North just not used to being in this position. Down by 27 here late in the third quarter.
Look for Bellevue to bring some pressure on the 3rd and long situation. Holding.
And pass overthrown. Connick with a big hit on Shane Smith. And that was a big hole on the outside that didn't get called. That ripped his jersey off. Thought, was it on Malcolm Lee or was it on Forbes? It was around the corner and really got taken down.
Yeah, Williams held Malcolm Lee.
So Larry Martin will go for it here on 4th down, 4th and 9. Inside Thunderbird territory, ball spotted at the 38. We need to get to the 29 and a flag on the play. I think illegal substitution maybe?
Substitution foul. Offense.
Well, if that didn't happen, they probably would have got called for delay game because they were down to 2 seconds. Little confusion from the sideline coming in with personnel.
So that brings up 4th and 14 now. Right at the marker, and that's enough for a first down. Fell right on it. Boy, nice comeback route there, and a catch by Zion Williams.
Plenty of time to throw the ball back there. Williams just kind of reading the field. They brought 3 and then blitzed off the edge, so brought 4. Everybody else dropped back into a zone.
Oh, we got a timeout. They are going to measure. I thought Zion turned and got to the distance needed, but it looks like the spot may be shy of the 29, so we'll spot this. It's a big spot on 4th down. Actually needed to clear the 29 to get the first down, and it may not have gotten there.
It's going to be close.
Stretch it out.
Can't see with his foot in front of the camera there.
Literally an inch.
Wow.
By less than the nose of the football. And Williams thought he had it. So it turned over on downs. It's getting colder out there. The wind's kind of shifted a little bit. We got to go down to Sean Callahan and get a weather field report, huh? On the how cold it is down there. See if he's got blue fingertips yet. Bradley drugged down from behind. Nice play there by the Vikings. That's Jordan Strong, the 6'2", 230-pound senior. Hey, Sean, what's the weather like down there?
You know, yeah, the wind is kind of turning, but, you know, this stadium's always like this. The wind doesn't really blow that much at field level other than the corners. Sometimes it gets through the gates of the corners. So, yeah, you can pick it up, feel it a little bit. You know, if I'm Bellevue West, I just want to run some clock here. This has been about the longest quarter I can remember in a state football game. This is a 13-0 game to start the third quarter, guys, and we're 33-6 right now with about 3 minutes to go.
It has been a long quarter. 26 points scored in this quarter alone.
I don't think I've seen as many tackles by jerseys that I've seen in this game tonight.
Yeah.
A lot of first times for me tonight. First time teleprompter, first time starting kickoff at the 5-yard line.
That was a first for about everybody, I think. Ball tipped away incomplete. So that'll bring up 4th down, and on will come Joe. I think they'll have him come on to punt.
Pretty good by Alex Wilford there from Omaha North. I mean, he's only 5'11", but he weighs in at 300 pounds, so he's a load, but getting your hands up and jumping and knocking the ball, that's a good effort.
So Dolacek does stay in to kick it away. Ball hits at midfield and lands the 49-yard line. That's where it will be down, and that's where the Vikings will take over. There's some guys who are just finishing up practice, huh?
Yep, checking it out.
DPE.
Remembering the old days, the old glory days in high school. Sure, a lot of those guys have had a lot of success at the high school level.
So sorry, guys, you can't be in here. I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Zoe, DPE.
Hey, DPE, you're on TV right now.
He's used to that.
So North gets called for a sideline. Boy, one of those nights for Omaha North. My goodness. If it wasn't going wrong, it wouldn't be going for Omaha North right now.
Must have been Damon.
9 penalties, 77 yards. I'm going to let you say that to him right now. Oh, nifty move there. Job by Xander to keep his feet. Xander Gray staying aggressive. And then flips the ball, and we don't have a penalty either time, all right?
Yeah, these officials have got to take control over here.
Yep.
It's going to get out of hand.
Let's go down to the field to Sean.
Yeah, I'm on the north sideline here. They are irate. They thought the play was blown dead, and that hard takedown should have been flagged for 15. It's been that kind of night for North as they've had a lot of things just not go their way, and the running back Xander Gray just gets slammed to the turf there after the whistle.
Yep, then Xander does a little pushing afterwards and throws the ball out of frustration. Probably could have been flags on both sides. No running room there for Xander Gray.
Great job. Haven't called this guy's name all night, but Dominic Kupacek. How do you pronounce his last name?
Kupacek.
Kupacek.
Klupacek.
Kupacek.
Yep.
Great job, penetration there. Really stopped that play single-handedly.
Big number 66. See, that's all it is. He's just 66. You just had to talk about it.
Right.
There's something about 66 in you. I don't know what it is. Under pressure, rolling to his right is Jackson Williams. Has some room, but tripped up. A nice play out there on the edge.
There's another example, that open field tackling. Both teams did a good job. Like number 33, Luke Galvin.
Watch a play again by Galvin. Looked like he had room about right here. And Galvin dives in there. Nice play by Diego. Third down and 7. Little toss ball on the turf. Picked up, and he's going to be dropped for a big loss. Xander Gray tried to pick it up and make something of it, and went nowhere. One of those nights.
Yep, it's happened a couple times now on the toss play for the Vikings.
And that's going to do it for quarter number 3 here at Memorial Stadium. So through 3 quarters, 33-6. What a big third for Bellevue West. Thunderbirds come out and take the lead. And in.
Participating in Nebraska high school activities has taught me about teamwork.
I've learned how to lead among my peers.
At my high school, I have set goals and I work hard to accomplish them.
I like to run on my cross country team. It makes me feel good about myself.
The Nebraska School Activities Association providing opportunities in 25 activities in our 303 high schools. NSAA activities, the other half of education.
We buy smartphones. We buy clothes. We buy game consoles and TVs, tickets to movies, concerts, and sporting events. It's kind of funny. We buy all these things to make us happy, when really, all we need is each other. A place where we can all connect and get away for a while. Wouldn't that be nice?
So start of the fourth quarter here. 12 minutes to go in the Class A state championship game. 4th down and 16 for the Vikings.
Look for Zion Williams now at the number 2 position here in trips.
Bringing pressure off that edge. Eluded one, now under pressure again. Throws it downfield, picked off.
Face mask.
And no call on the face mask, but he will get back to the 37-yard line. And the interception for the Thunderbirds. Matt Koenigsman comes up with it. Koenigsman, the junior weak safety. First interception of the year for Koenigsman. One more look at it. Maybe not. Maybe didn't get a face mask. Just the top of the helmet. Jump encroachment will be called here against the defense.
Encroachment. Defense.
Makai Butler with the jump from that left defensive end spot.
Discipline. Like taking candy from a baby.
So on 1st and 5, a gain of about 1, bring up 2nd down and 4. Bradley still in there.
At this point, Bellevue West, all they've got to do is control the clock, do the best that they can to run the football, efficiently get some first downs, and beat Class A state champs.
Give to Bradley here around the right side, tries to kick it to the outside. They pull him down. Tackle made by Wells Ross. Wells Ross is headed to Wyoming. Nice play on the edge. Loss of 2 will bring up 3rd down and 6. Good toss, 1st down. Caleb Getz with the reception and enough for a 1st.
Really great route by Caleb Getz, but even a better throw by Dolenchek. Just really in sync with his receivers and the timing of his throw and coming out of the break there. Nice job.
And 15 on the play. It's 1st and 10.
Total yards tonight, 321 for Bellevue West to 237 for Omaha North. It's about been the difference throughout the year in total yards gained. Bellevue West came in averaging about 100 yards more than the Vikings. Omaha North, though, is significantly better. As here is Jalen Bradley again busting loose inside Viking territory down to the 10-yard line. Another great carry for Jalen Bradley.
out of the trips formation, they come out, basically spread the defense out again. Omaha North lines up and basically an even. They run the counter and away he goes.
.33 yards on the carry by Jalen Bradley. Bradley now with 28 carries and over 200 yards. 33, 215. Yeah, 215, 4 touchdowns for Jalen Bradley. Plonick in the backfield now. Bradley out of the Wildcat, or playing quarterback. Steps through one and gets hit hard from that left side. Good tackle made there by the Vikings.
Unbalanced pistol look there, like you said, Wildcat look. Jalen Bradley, they ran that earlier in the game, had some great success with that. As a matter of fact, I think he scored on it.
Williford on the tackle, last tackle, so second down and goal to go now from the 12. Bradley still at quarterback, fakes the give, keeps it up the middle, pulled down from behind. Again, Williford got the jersey. I think those jerseys maybe just a little loose.
It sure does seem like it.
What a great night for that young man. Jalen Bradley has tied the Class A record for rushing touchdowns in a season. 49. Over 200 yards total. Back in there is Dolanchek. Looks to the end zone, tried to dump it off, then floats it into the corner. Right through the hands of Silvo Johnson, who will probably want that one back.
That was good coverage by, I believe it was Zion out there, wasn't it?
So in to try a field goal is Cruz Jurado. One more look here. A 27-yard attempt here for Jurado. 27-yard field goal is up, and it is good. Jurado knocks it through and extends that lead to 36-6. 30-point lead for the Thunderbirds. And what a night for Bellevue West.
Yeah, that's good for Cruz Jurado. I mean, obviously we've seen him have some problems tonight with some of the extra points, getting the field goal there. That's nice little icing on the cake, if you will.
First ever trip here to Memorial Stadium or to a state championship game for the Bellevue West Thunderbirds. And they're on top. Hey, I want to remind you, tomorrow there's more live coverage of the NSAA High School Football Championships on NAT Sports with the Class C2 Championship beginning at 10 a.m. Central. I'll be joined in that game by that man right there, Damon Benning. He'll be joining us up here in the booth for the call tomorrow. He'll be handling the color. He's tired already. I wonder if he'll be up by 10 a.m. That'll be followed by the C1 game at 2:30. The Class B contest wraps up tomorrow night at 7. You can watch all the action on NET or on the free NET Nebraska app. And of course, Damon, one of the coaches for the North Vikings, coaches the linebackers, done a terrific job by all accounts with his backers this year. One of the strengths of that Viking club.
Coaches special teams as well.
He was kind of, he had them gathered up there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the kick deep, and it will go into the end zone for the touchback. So Jurado with the touchback after the field goal. Well, you have to be impressed with what the Thunderbirds have shown here, and understand too that Omaha North was not quite at full strength. That early injury to the interior offensive line, the injury to Kendrick Parker, certainly had an effect, and then Sarbaugh went down later. So Xander Gray, the running back, has gone the rest of the way. Gray, terrific running back, though, averages 9.8 yards per carry coming in. And they've really had to get away from that running game. Just the situation of the game has called for that. This is a team, the Vikings, that outside of that win over Lincoln East, that 41-28 win in the semifinals, it's a Vikings team that has won every game this year by 20 or more points. They've won the Class A title 2 of the last 3 years. They've been here in the finals 4 of the last 5 years, and that man has just a terrific program rolling right now.
Kind of met their match tonight.
Coach Larry Martin. Second down and 8 now. The toss. Breaks a tackle, still on his feet. Xander Gray rumbling down the far sideline. Good carry by Gray into Thunderbird territory. That was a 29-yard carry by Gray. And a couple of how-do-you-dos afterwards, and you see Damon Bennett jumping in there and saying.
And that's the way they've looked all year. Those are the type of plays they've made all year. And out of that formation, 21 personnel, your pro personnel, pro formation type of situation where you get a hat on a hat, it's just downhill. Toss it out to a guy and let him go.
Good stick. Separates the ball from the receiver Shane Smith, and Caleb Getz with the hit. Flag on the play.
Another example of just really breaking on the ball, even though you might not have a chance to break and make the interception, but breaking on the ball and making a tackle and making the guy drop the ball and or tackle for a loss.
Personal foul will be called against the Vikings, and I wonder if it had anything to do with Hiltbrunner's helmet coming flying off. Christian Hiltbrunner, the defensive tackle, number 78. Let's watch top corner. You see here, yes, it was. The number 67 or 62?
57.
57. So Nick Oss grabbed the helmet of Hiltbrunner, and that helmet went flying. Hiltbrunner was forced to chase it about 15 yards down the field.
Going to need that.
Second down and 25 after the 15-yard penalty. Over the middle, got his man. Another great grab and run by Zion Williams, and Williams with another first down. Zion Williams certainly been a bright spot here. No doubt.
Crowd kind of looking for a penalty or something here. A little upset about the way he went down.
27-yard catch and run by Zion Williams. Williams is over 100 yards receiving now in the game. 7 catches, 136 yards total after this 27-yarder. Nice job by Jackson Williams putting it right in there. Under pressure, Jackson Williams will go deep. Flag gets thrown, and it caught for the touchdown. Manny Smith with the touchdown, but that is coming back. Looked like we had a holding on the interior line of the Vikings, and we did. Well, we said it earlier, but it really has been just one of those kind of nights for Omaha North.
Yeah, it's going to be on Kevin Williams. Gets beat to the inside and grabs the back of the jersey of the defender there. It's unfortunate. Great throw, catch.
So that will be a spot foul. They'll mark it off 10 yards from the point of the flag. And that'll back them up into their own territory now, back to the 49-yard line, and it'll bring up a long second down and 24 to go.
Definitely frustration setting in for the Vikings here.
Dumped in the flat, and Overthrows Smith, his intended receiver.
It looked like Williams kind of double pumped that. I don't think he wanted to go to him. I think he wanted to go down the field.
Semi-final win that Bellevue West had over Creighton Prep. The Thunderbirds forced 6 total turnovers in that game, 5 interceptions, and really had one of the best offenses in the state in Creighton Prep, scoreless in the second half. And they're doing a number here tonight on the Vikings. It's a defense that has grown in confidence. Diego Galvin with the tackle there. Third down now and 22.
Galvin with some strong hands there, really just taking him down with one hand.
Third down and long. I'll bring the pressure off the edge. Forces him to roll to his right, looks downfield, he'll tuck it and run. Carry down inside the 40 to about the 39-yard line. That'll bring him a 4th down, but 4th and 12.
A good effort by Williams, just trying to make a play. Looking for those receivers. Whenever a receiver scrambles, or when a quarterback scrambles, those receivers need to respond. If he's coming forward, they got to go to him. If he's moving back, vice versa. So trying to make a play, he ends up getting about 10 or 11 yards on that.
Fourth down and 12 for the Vikings. And the penalties this half, wow. Bellevue West without a penalty, and Omaha North 101 total penalties. And they got another one. So now make it 106 total yards and penalties.
And the one glaring thing about those penalties, all controllable.
Wow.
You know, I mean, it's frustration penalties, it's throwing of a helmet, it's taunting, it's offsides, just frustration penalties.
It's either 3 or 4 personal fouls, which would be, 45 or 60 yards. And we have another one here. And that'll back up Omaha North one more time. Larry Martin's certainly wondering
what happened,
which team is playing here tonight. Fourth and long now. 4th down and 22. Got a knack for finding a way to get this done. Zion Williams has done it more than once. Under pressure, steps up. Gonna get hit from behind, but stays on his feet. Breaks another tackle and a third and a 4th. Down to the 40-yard line, but on 4th down, that won't be enough. It'll be turned over on downs.
Omaha North is a good football team. Tonight, they ran into a storm in the form of Bellevue West. This certainly doesn't define them as a team by any means. They've done a lot of great things, and I think as anybody else on that sideline, everybody they're looking around going, what happened to us?
And you see the hurt on the face of Jackson Williams there, the quarterback in his senior year. Inside 5 minutes to go here before we will crown the Thunderbirds with their first ever state championship. And Jalen Bradley wants to add some more to the numbers. Another good carry by Bradley, gain of 17. He's up over 230, and that betters his season average of 222. Let's go down to the field Sean Callahan, more on Jalen Bradley.
Guys, I know the question a lot of people are going to ask on Tuesday morning, why is Nebraska not on a guy like Jalen Bradley? Well, they very much are on a guy like Jalen Bradley. Reggie Davis went out and watched him play this year. Really what it's come down to is they're waiting for this academic semester to end and also his ACT test score. And if the numbers come through, I think Nebraska, there's a very good chance he could get that Husker offer. And I think he's shown the state of Nebraska tonight. He is the caliber of back, physically, athletically, everything it takes to play at the Big Ten level. It's just, you know, a lot of the stuff off the field, once he gets the classroom stuff figured out, the offers, I think, could really roll in, and I think Nebraska would be one of the first ones to come his way.
Yeah, good point, Sean. I think we talked to Mike Huffman about it, too. Mike said everything that he has to do, that Jalen has to get done, is doable. It's not like they're asking him to do anything that's extraordinary or unusual. And you know, he said, if I just would have focused a little more in my freshman and sophomore year, I might not be in this position now. Good message for a lot of young athletes. Good feet there by Bradley.
Got great vision, start and stop. I mean, he's got everything. And one of the things that I've been noticing all night, he's been getting tackled by the jersey. It seems like, well, what he does is he uses his hands to fend off defenders, and he's straight arming guys, and that's the only way they can get a hold of him, is grabbing those jerseys and try to bring them to the ground.
Running the ball, letting the clock tick away. They'll go up top now to try to get the first, and they got it. Complete over the middle. Good grab. And a first down on the catch by Betts. Xavier Betts with the grab.
Zion Williams with a vicious tackle. After Betts makes the catch here, you'll see. Comes in low on him. Betts gets up a little gimpy from that. I think anybody would. Yep.
Still ball now at the 13-yard line. Thunderbirds threatening to add to that 30-point advantage. Outside to Bradley. Boy, good cut. Nice little stutter step there, and he was off. You like what you've seen out of Bradley tonight?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I like what I've seen out of Bellevue West. I mean, obviously, Jalen Bradley's a tremendous talent, but you've got a lot of talented guys that starts up front with that offensive line. We've talked about them. But you got receivers that are blocking downfield, quarterback that has great vision, timing on the routes, the receivers. I mean, there's a lot of great things that are happening tonight. And
there's the record.
Again, there's the record.
Jalen Bradley with another touchdown. That is 50 touchdowns on the season for Jalen Bradley. What a night for that young man. $249 yards on the night for Jalen Bradley. 36 carries, and in his last 5 games, he's carried 34, 31, 41, 27, and tonight 36 times.
Wow.
They're letting him do the work. And there it is, 50 rushing touchdowns this season. New Class A record. Down the field to Sean Callahan.
Guys, as Jalen Bradley scored his state record-breaking 50th touchdown, Bellevue West head coach Mike Huffman took his headset off, wiped a few tears from his eyes. Wade McVeigh, one of the assistant coaches here for Bellevue West, came up and hugged him and said, enjoy the moment, coach, enjoy the moment, as it's in the bag, guys, as Bellevue West is going to capture their first ever football state championship.
What a night for the guys in purple, huh? First ever trip to the title game, first ever state championship for Bellevue West. 5 touchdowns on the night. And hugs all around. I love you.
That's great.
Ponick. Big hug from Ponick. 50 rushing touchdowns. Wow. Back down to Sean.
Larry, to put more of Jalen Bradley's numbers in perspective, he's got 24 touchdowns in the playoffs alone. The record for a ball carrier was 12 before this season, so he has doubled the playoff record this year with 24 touchdowns here in the 4 Class A playoff games.
That is unreal. He has absolutely taken over here late in the season for Bellevue West. Just a dominating performance, 43-6 here in this Class A title game. None of us expected this. I think you would have found anyone predicting the game and would have said it would have been this kind of differential. And a nice job for Mike Huffman, who is in his 4th year at Bellevue West, and talked about culture change when he got there 4 years ago. He spent 5 years at Fort Calhoun. Knew he was taking over a program that had a lot of talent, but had never been here to Memorial Stadium. Changed the weight program, changed the weight room, got these kids to buy in, bulked up that offensive line, and he's begun to see the fruits of that here in the last couple of years.
Yeah, no doubt. It's, you know, and really the surprising thing is they haven't been here more often. You know, it's a good program, right? Always hear about great athletes coming out of the Bellevue West. Another flag on the ground here.
Couple of flags on the ground. And there's the cold bath.
And that's cold. Oh, boy.
Coach, that was Tyler Shure that got you, just in case you're wondering, for Tuesday morning detention.
Well worth it.
Absolutely. And what a job by that interior line. You know, we haven't talked a lot about Shure and Vanderslice. Shure, a South Dakota commit. Vanderslice, the center. 2 guys who have just been great on that left side. 40-plus starts for both of those 2. In fact, Sam has started all 43 games of his high school career.
Yeah,
Tyler Shure, 42 of 43.
And Sean talked about it at the beginning of the game, how these guys have been together for a long time. And that's important for an offensive line, to have that kind of continuity, and it shows.
Handoff one final time up the middle. With a rumbling by the sophomore, who has a very bright future, but that will be the last play. Your state champions for the first time in school history, the Thunderbirds of Bellevue West. What a dominating performance. They moved to 13-0 on the year, and they win it 43-6. And that young man had just another great night.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
36 carries, 249 yards, 5 touchdowns, and he hits the 50 touchdown mark on the year. When we come back, medal and trophy presentations for both teams back here at Memorial Stadium. We'll be back right here on NET.
Your car has been with you a long time, through the months and years. Now it's time to let it go. Donate it. Support the programming you love.
Join us for the next Big Red Wrap-Up. We'll recap the Maryland game with special guest Brian Rosenthal, staff writer with Nebraska Athletics. Big Red Wrap-Up, Wednesday at 7 Central on NET World and Thursday at 7 Central on NET.
Hi, I'm Larry Putney. Sports fans tell us that NET brings Nebraska together through coverage of high school and college athletics. Contributions from nearly 1,000 Sports Partners Club members make possible more than 200 hours of sports throughout the year. Members receive invitations to special events like tailgates, sports speakers, and live productions. And you can join the Sports Partners Club by visiting netnebraska.org. Sports partners like you put the action in NET Sports.
The 2016 NSAA High School Football Championships continue tomorrow on NET. Visit netnebraska.org/sports for game time. Live streaming is available at the NET website and on the NET Nebraska app.
Coverage of the 2016 NSAA High School Football Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, the Nebraska Public Power District, the Aurora Cooperative, the Nebraska Tourism Commission, and Constellation. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Well, the final one more time, 43-6. A dominating second half by Bellevue West as they outscore Omaha North 30-6 in that second half and win it the final 43-6. For the first time, they are state champs. And a reminder, if you'd like a DVD of today's game from the NSAA Football Championships, just call 800-868-1868. Or you can go to the website, netnebraska.org. 1995 plus shipping and handling, and you can relive all of this excitement for years to come. Championship football from NET. Now time for medal and trophy presentations, and for that, let's go to our public address announcer. Here's Doc Weiniger.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. Presentations will be made by NSAA Executive Director Dr. Jim Teneper, NSAA Board of Director Nolan Byer from Millard Public Schools, and U.S. Bank Representative Alyssa Chandler. Here are the awards for runner-up Omaha North High School. Head coach Larry Martin and his assistants will present the silver medals. Players, come forward as your name is called. Number 1, Devon Wells Ross. Number 2, Monty Smith. Number 3, Zion Williams. Number 4, Jordan Strong. Number 5, Alan Gordon. Number 6, Capri Mitchell. Number 7, Milton Sarba. Number 8, Jeremiah Omar Parker. Number 9, Cyrus Pittman. Number 10, Xander Gray. Number 11, Raymond Gibson. Number 12, Justin Jackson Williams. Number 13, Bryce LeKicks. Number 14, Jaden Hughes. Number 15, Houston Fogelstrom. Number 17, John Welch. Number 18, Chad Alleth. Number 20, Kobe Jemison. Number 21, Vernon Johnson. Number 22, Renell Wells. Number 23, Shane Smith. Number 24, Cantrell Mumphrey. Number 25, Bryant Wesson. Number 26, Jalen Foster. Number 27, Malachi O'Neal. Number 28, Ezra Judson. Number 30, Andrew Jones. Number 32, Larry Bell. Number 33, Tavion Davis. Number 34, Andrew Adam. Number 35, Cale Christopherson. Number 36, Ian Brown. Number 38, Joshua Edwards. Number 40, Maxwell Adams. Number 41, Braxton Allen. Number 43, Kyrie Ellab. Number 44, Jonathan Baltimore. Number 45, Cyrus Collins. Number 47, Alex Williford. Number 50, Austin Wagner. Number 51, Jared Donaby. Number 52, Sage Kerr. Number 55, DeAndre Butts. Number 57, Nicholas Oz. Number 59, Jaden Long. Number 60, Marcus Seigel. Number 61, Trayon Fairgood Jones. Number 62, Keegan Clark. Number 64, Trevor Seglin. Number 70, Makai Butler. Number 72, Alex Gutierrez Rodriguez. Number 74, Brent Connor. Number 75, Desmond Brown. Number 76, Harley Schnorr. Number 77, Ryan Sigler. Number 78, Kevin Williams. Number 79, Kendrick Parker. Number 82, Alexander North. Number 83, Carter Martin. Number 84, DeAnthony Cribbs. Number 85, Avion Barnes. Number 88, Danon Jones. Number 92, Nathaniel Lucas. And now, for these outstanding athletes in their school, here is the 2016 NSAA Class A State Football Runner-Up Trophy. Congratulations, Omaha North High School.
There are your state champs from Omaha North, the Class A runner-up, Omaha North. Larry Martin and squad, a terrific season, 12-0 coming in. and finished 12-1 and a runner-up. But what success that program has had over the last 5 years, 4 times here at state, and 2 championships over that same span. Now let's go back to Doc Weiniger for the presentation of the trophy for Bellevue West.
And now to the champions of Bellevue West High School. Head coach Mike Huffman, we have a special award for you. Coach Huffman and his assistants will present the gold medals. Players, come forward as your name is called. Number 2, Evan Kieser. Number 3, Michael Schmilko. Number 4, Kevin Ponick. Number 5, Nate Sullivan. Number 6, Silvo Johnson. Number 7, Christian Finn. Number 9, Jalen Bradley. Number 11, Matt Konigsman. Number 12, Joe Dolenchak. Number 14, Mason Brown. Number 15, Xavier Betts. Number 16, Miles Ingram. Number 17, Jacob Colonese. Number 18, Joshua Swerzik. Number 20, Javon Ducker. Number 21, Caleb Getz. Number 23, Cruz Gerardo. Number 24, Elijah Clausen. Number 25, Brandon Butler. Number 26, Cale Dawson. Number 27, Dakota McInnes. Number 28, Justin Cheney. Number 30, Micah Davis. Number 31, Malik Bahati. Number 32, Joel Savage. Number 33, Diego Galvan. Number 34, DeArch Stubblefield. Number 35, Logan Bird. Number 42, Cole Bryant. Number 44, Malik Rome. Number 48, John Geschel. Number 50, Nate Frazier. Number 51, Tyler Reynolds. Number 52, Emmanuel Lara Fuentes. Number 54, Christopher Sanchez. Number 55, Nicholas Nickenen. Number 56, Sam Vanderslice. Number 57, AJ Forbes. Number 58, Jalen Powell. Number 60, Drew Davidson. Number 64, Tanner Ophi. Number 65, AJ Cullen. Number 66, Dominic Kalupacek. Number 68, Joshua Price. Number 72, Caden Lind. Number 73, Trey Morris. Number 74, Tyran Griffin. Number 76, Tyler Cheney. Number 77, Tyler Charay. Number 78, Christian Hiltbrunner. Number 79, Henry Farnan. Number 80, James Redzunas. Number 85, Gannon Spahn. Number 88, Cedric Johnson. Number 89, Brandon Williamson. Number 98, Malcolm Lee. Presenting the championship game ball from Farmers Mutual Insurance, Chairman, President, and CEO Mark Walls. And now, for these outstanding athletes in their school, here is the 2016 NSAA Class A State Football Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Bellevue West High School.
First ever state championship for Bellevue West. Congratulations to the Class A champs. They did it in convincing fashion, 43-6 winners over Omaha North. And what an outstanding season for those young men. Not only the first time ever here at Memorial Stadium, but now they take home that Class A trophy for the first time in school history. Might be a special place for that one in the trophy case back at Bellevue West.
Yeah, no doubt. Bellevue West has definitely made a statement tonight. I think the state of Nebraska knows what type of team they are now. They've got a tremendous coaching staff, a guy that really cares about them, prepares them the right way. They did everything they had to do tonight to be victorious.
Well, Sean's down in the field with the winners. Sean.
Guys, I'm joined by two of the standouts here for Bellevue West, Kevin Ponick, and state record-breaking running back Jalen Bradley. Jalen, you got the state record tonight, 50 touchdowns, leading Bellevue West to their first football state championship. Just talk about the emotions you're feeling, everything you guys have been through to get to this moment.
Oh, I'm just speechless. This is what we've been all working for, this summer. Huffman's been telling us, how bad do we want it? Every game, how bad do we want it? We can't let up. That's what he was saying in the halftime. We got to come back out and punch him in the mouth like it was the first drive, and that's what we did. We took care of business.
You yourself, a lot of people wanted to see you on this big stage, what you could do against a team like Omaha North. What kind of statement do you think you made tonight about what type of back you are?
Oh, I'm a hard-going back. I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to quit, So that's it.
Well, Jalen, congratulations on the record, the state championship. Let's bring in your teammate here, Kevin Ponick. Kevin, you guys punched Omaha North in the mouth. I think a lot of people thought this was a team, Omaha North, that nobody could really get physical with. What was your mindset that you guys came out here and said, you know what, we can play that kind of game too?
We came out, we knew we had to play physical, so we came out, we played physical. We won the hitting battle tonight.
A year ago, you guys were so close. Miller North in the semifinals, and they came in here and won the state championship. You guys lost a lot from that team, though. What kept this team kind of together after last year, being so close, but losing a lot of those key guys?
I think just how much us, like juniors in our class gels together very well. We've been playing together, some of us since we were kids. And all of us since we were freshmen, we've been playing together, so it just helped us. Our bond really helped us.
I got to ask you one more thing. Coach Huffman has been here 4 years, so that you were a freshman when he got here. Yep. What did he do to kind of turn this T-Bird program around to where you're at here today?
The weight program, he turned that around. He turned everything around. Everybody bought into what he was selling, and this is where it got us. We got us to the peak. but we got to still go.
All right, congratulations. Go get with your teammates. Let's get Coach Huffman in here. First of all, Coach, congratulations. 4 years at Bellevue West. You've been building for this moment. You talked about it when you got there. What's it feel like to finally be here?
You know, it really hasn't sunk in yet. I'm proud of the kids and the way we went out and did business tonight, both offensively and defensively. You couldn't be more proud because we do pride ourselves on the weight room, and the way we ran and hit tonight is a testament to those kids out there to hit the weight room, and great things can happen. Have high expectations and work your butt off. Anything can happen.
I got to ask you about your running back. 50 touchdowns, new state Nebraska record, 24 in the playoffs, breaking the old record of 12. What kind of statement did this guy make tonight? We know Nebraska's on him hard, looking at him close. What kind of statement did this guy make to the state of Nebraska?
I think he might have solidified that he's the best player to come out of Nebraska in a long time. I appreciate Jalen making me look smart a lot of times. But no, what a special kid, and he couldn't tell you any of that stuff. He doesn't care how many touchdowns he has. He's just going to play as hard as he can. As you saw, you know, even the first half, there's nothing there. You didn't see him, you know, wincing away from anything. He's putting his nose where it's not supposed to be. And we just told the hog mollies at halftime that, hey, keep pounding. Establish a line. Jalen, keep running. You're best when you put your foot down and go, and he put that foot down and went, and the rest is history.
Well, congratulations to you, the community of Bellevue, the Bellevue West football program, as you guys captured your first football state championship here tonight.
Thank you so much, Sean. Appreciate it.
All right, Larry, Brendan, back up to you guys.
Well, that's certainly a special moment, huh, Brendan? You win the first. That's one you're not going to forget.
No, never. Not for a long time. Those guys will have that memory for the rest of their life. You know, the trophies will get dust on them. You know, pictures will fade, but the memories will always stay. I'll always remember this. I was very impressed. Coming into this, I thought Omaha North might have had the upper hand just because of their size and their physicality, but Bellevue West, they showed everybody. They showed Omaha North exactly what it takes to be state champions.
Well, congrats once again to Bellevue West, their first ever state championship. The Thunderbirds are state champs of Class A. Once again, the final 43-6 Bellevue West winners. And now for Brendan Stye and for Sean Callahan and for our entire NET Sports production crew, thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning for our 4th state championship. Until tomorrow, good night from NET.